It's the middle of the fourth inning. The Cleveland Guardians, thanks to Jose Ramirez, have a 2-0 lead over the Baltimore Orioles. Earlier today, Major League Baseball saw the Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. Mike Trout with the 7th home run of the season, his 5th of the Yankees series, Angels-Yankees 4-game series. Aaron Judge also had his 8th. We saw some big-time comebacks today. The Detroit rallied from 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth for a 10-9 win over Kansas City. Tigers won 6 straight. Rangers came back from down 4 in the top of the ninth for a 9-6 victory over the A's, and the Rays scored 3 in the top of the ninth for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Rays are on a 6-game winning streak. Nationals beat the Pirates in extra innings 8-7. That one ended in 10. And the Giants over the Reds 3-0. And 2 new reports say that defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence wants out of New York. Contracts had not only broken off, no new talks on the horizon. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, ack.
Enter button.
Yes, sir. What's up?
With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Thank you.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 7.
Appreciate that. No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, love
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Do it.
Thank you, Bill. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
We are indeed the Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Woo-hoo! And guess what? You'll need our telephone number because we are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Monty Bolaños and Martin Weiss.
On the planet.
What else you got?
There we go. At
my.
least
Just
when
him.
people are still awake. Sorry
It's the only
about
time
that,
it
Ben.
counts. Ben knows that.
Yeah.
It's only fair.
All right, write it down, commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox for you laymen who can't figure out the numbers and letters.
It's not trigonometry.
877-996-6369. And guess what? If you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you hear, and I should say, if you're calling here and have a problem with what we say, guess what? Tough. Because?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
That's right. And with all that said, always remember.
Sweet oopity. Yeah.
Yay.
All right, let's go.
Yay.
Big
Do it.
show. Let me
Yay.
welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin.
Washington.
What up, man? Getting closer to the weekend, feeling good. We got a lot of stuff to go get into. Another great playing game that you didn't see.
That's right. I took my hat off, even though.
Why you take your hat off? Why you take your hat off?
Yeah, I wore it in to drive, but I wasn't going to wear it on the air.
All right. Well, Merry Christmas.
Yes, thank you. I
No
said
problem.
thank you.
You did. Feeling good though, man.
I'm on my high horse today.
What's
It's a
up with
little
you?
Too high. What's going on? This show just started so weirdly.
It did.
It
It did.
So we
I'm trying to, play it off.
Yes, play it off.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All is good. You?
Okay. Good. Everything's well.
All right, let's. We're gonna get to it on this TV
We are
team
gonna
song
get to it.
Thursday.
No, I know. I mean, you talk so I can find out, so I can, the reporter and me the investigation.
You know I want to know too. All right, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without them. Rob G is our producer.
Bud Mexican is.
Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Martin Weiss is at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And Sagar is our social media guru.
Yeah.
So Sagar's doing his thing. So a lot to do, a lot to get into. And yes, we got some NBA, got some WNBA, we got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, we got some WNBA.
We sure do.
Sexist.
Yeah, well, but not necessarily, though, Alex. I think how it was handled actually might be. We'll get to that, though.
I'm locked in.
I don't want to jump
all
the gun.
right, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. You can watch us live right now, right here on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button after that.
I hit it so good today.
Thank you, Tiger. Tap the thumbs up icon and comment away.
I did pull out.
Oh, come on. Right now, I pulled out the tournament.
Go check out the YouTube channel and watch us live. Right now, just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Now, I know Sagar's working, but can we see this? What's going on here? We don't.
Oh, yeah. Sagar,
he's too busy. Saga, they can't see them.
Oh, is Elijah here?
Elijah, there you go.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there we go. We got it up.
Elijah's at home, I guess, right? Is Elijah there?
Never heard of him.
Okay, so Elijah's working as well. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm just here today. All right, hey, let's go with the Clippers and what happened, the fall of the second half collapse, and the Warriors move on and they win, and the season is over for the Clippers. Rob G, it might be more than just over for the Clippers.
Yes, sir. It is a tough day if you are Sagar Patel, Monty Bolaños, and the rest of Clipper Nation, all 17 of you.
Nah, see, that's so foul.
Because
they got a beautiful building, better than the Lakers.
They do have a beautiful building.
They got
it's
more,
for the concerts.
They got all the other stuff. They just don't win anything. Go ahead.
They don't win anything. In fact, they had a game in hand. The play-in tournament was theirs. They were primed to go in and get the 8th seed overall in the postseason.
Which is incredible because they started what were they, 6-23?
6-21.
6-21. Like, seriously.
They make a miraculous run to get into position, to get in this position.
Kawhi had an MVP-type season.
Absolutely.
He did.
And then in a span of about 8 minutes, it all came crashing down. They end up falling to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Their season is over.
And those people who text me saying Steph made big threes or whatever, that wasn't a playoff game.
You actually?
You're
right.
Technically,
you are correct.
Technically, it wasn't.
I'm just keeping.
You are. Listen, they don't call you Rob Brand Muffin Parker for no reason. You're consistent.
It wasn't a playoff game, so that doesn't count.
Game.
But now all eyes turn to Kawhi Leonard. He's got 1 year left on his deal. There was trade rumors involving him at the deadline, but with the way this season ended, it's looking more and more likely that the Kawhi Leonard era in LA is over.
And I got to say this.
I'm a fun guy.
Thank you. He is fun.
What do you have to say?
But I'm going to say this. And Kawhi's game, I love that when he came to L.A., he picked the Clippers over the Lakers. He could have joined AD and LeBron and had it on easy street. He's from Southern California. You know what I mean? Like, everything was set up. He could have had a way easier path. The Lakers might have won 3 or 4 championships. You know what I mean? Had he joined him, those two guys or whatever, and he decided to go do his own thing. Might have been some incentive to do his own thing as well. Well, as far as
a little extra.
Yeah, a little extra
cushion.
Cheese. But my point is that even for somebody who I was the one who predicted that he would go to the Clippers, and I thought it was great because I thought what he was trying to do was carve out his own legacy. He won a championship, right, with the Spurs. Went to Toronto, a franchise that had never won. Went there, won, and I was like, with the team they had put together and when Paul George got traded here and all that to L.A., I'm like, if he can win a championship with that Clippers team, another franchise that had never won, what a legacy it would leave behind. And unfortunately, they had a couple of shots at it. They choked against Denver up 3-1. And what was the other one? And then they did go to the Western Conference Finals, but he was hurt that year. You remember that? Yeah. That was incredible. The Clippers had never made it to the Western Conference Finals. It was against Utah. He played in a couple of the first 2 or 3 games, then got hurt, and they still finished off Utah without him. in the Western Conference Finals, to get to the Western Conference Finals. But my point is, it wound up being a failure in Los Angeles. There's no other way I could paint it. They had some ups, some moments, but it failed. They did everything they could. I'm not mad at Steve Ballmer. I'm not mad at all the people in the front office that made all these moves. They did everything they could. It failed. It's a failure.
Listen, I've been in Los Angeles for almost 15 years. And when I tell you, I don't know if I've ever seen a sports franchise squander 15 years of possibility like the Clippers did. In fact, the only Clips I acknowledge is Pusha T and Malice. It's the only Clips I acknowledge. Man, listen, they had Lob City here for 6-7 years. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, J.J. Redick. They had a squad, and you're thinking, man,
okay,
they might
you just lost me there, but go ahead.
But they did. What, J.J.?
Adding
it was
JJ.
all good to
it was
the J.J.
all good to you adding
Somebody
him.
had to hit those threes. And they had a squad, and it became the sexy pick to win the championship. The Lakers were down. Kobe was injured.
And they used
Guys
to beat the
were bad.
Lakers.
They smacked the Lakers every time, like 3 out of 4 times a year, sometimes sweep them the whole season. It was nothing. And everybody picked, oh, man, they should go at least to the Western Conference, at least to the finals, let alone win it. Nothing came from that. In fact, came from failures. And in fact, Doc Rivers said, Google me, and we did. And we saw all the failures from those Clippers teams. You fast forward to the Kawhi Leonard era. You're talking about it. Guys coming hot off a championship, look great in Toronto, comes here, you're like, all right. They start putting the pieces
Weren't you
together.
impressed that he didn't
Paul
pick the Lakers?
George, yeah, because
Seriously.
and it kind of fits his
It
MO.
does. It does.
So you're like,
the
all right,
Lakers
this makes
didn't make
sense.
Right.
And then they get Paul George as part of the deal and all of that. And then guess what happens? Nothing.
They
Injuries.
were up 3-1, but they were up 3-1. That's the one that they choked.
And that's the disappointing. They're up 3-1, you lose. Kawhi's not playing. Load management. Paul George is hurt. James Harden comes back home. Russell Westbrook comes back home. They're both from L.A. Doesn't work. Team's not great. They're good, but they're never great. They can't get over the hump. And it's been nothing but a disappointment this Kawhi Leonard era. He's a great player when healthy. We know that. He hasn't helped build the franchise up. He's not great on the marquee. He doesn't like to do interviews. He doesn't like to do all the pub stuff to build up the franchise. Now you got an impending scandal going on right now, an investigation into, improper monies to entice him to come here to re-sign and all that stuff. So it's just been a biggest waste of a multitude of talent. If I told you on paper, you'd have Paul George, Chris Paul, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Jamal Crawford, all these guys, you would think, oh, man, we got at least a ring to show for it, or an NBA Finals appearance. You've got nothing for it. And to add insult to injury, Rob, by losing, they may have gotten a top 4 pick to the Thunder, who now have a 7% chance to get a top 4 pick. SGA, who you trade, is about to be a 2-time MVP, possibly a 2-time Finals MVP, and now they got a bunch of first-round picks because of you. So it's just been a complete disaster, and I think it's time to hit the hardcore reset button, pull the cord out of the Nintendo when you're losing like we did when you were kids, and it's time to just blow this whole thing up.
Yeah, it's just time. Like, they already traded James Harden, Zubac got traded. You know what I mean? So they had made moves this year. It's incredible that they made the playoffs, even make
it's a testament to him, to how good he is, and Ty Lue can coach.
There's no doubt about
Rob
it.
G.
I know, Rob G. He's just jealous because he didn't want to go because the Lakers didn't want to pay him. But you get the point. But I'm cool with it. If they decide to move on and just say we're going to restart, reshuffle the deck, and do that, and obviously there could be a potential suspension coming or whatever, somebody would gladly take Kawhi. Kawhi had an MVP-type season. He played great, and he didn't play great in the second half last night, but he had a great season. And when he's healthy, we know, just imagine had he been healthy for half of the time that he was out. Yeah. You know what I mean? How good it would have been. But if you're a Laker fan, a Clippers fan, you should feel good that, A, he was willing to pick the Clippers.
I don't know, Monty Turner, she would be the one to ask.
Yeah, but that he was willing to pick the Clippers, that he was able to get there and help them in a way. He didn't get all the way there to with the team, but they got to the Western Conference Finals, something that organization had never done before. So,
Monty, stop me. Kawhi tenure. I'll start up. Was it good? The Kawhi tenure as a fan. She said like sideways.
Monty. There's no such thing. That's bad radio. I'm sorry.
Sideways. Is it either the worst thing ever or championships?
Sideways thumb. You know what that reminds me of? Mike Stone in Detroit doing this. Like that's what he used to do. Yes, and me and Stoney would fight over it because I should say, just can you pick a side? Just it's okay. Just say it was bad. Just say it was good. If you want to say it was great, just say it was great. It still was great. All right.
Now I know what to do to get on your nerves.
Yeah, don't do no sideways stuff. I always used to tell Stoney, if Siskel and Ebert did that, would they have a TV
that's
show?
Funny. That's pretty
Seriously,
funny.
I used to say that, right?
One.
Hey, what you thinking about the movie? Oh, okay, I'm going to go to that.
Let me write that down.
You know I'm right.
One day. One day when you get on my nerves.
You going to do a sideways stuff?
Sideways, thumb to right.
Yeah, that will rub me the wrong way all the way. All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Has the Kawhi era been a disappointment? I'm saying it was a failure. And do you think the Clippers need to move on? We'll continue that conversation next with you. 877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Unless you walk in with Kelvin in the US of A.
Stop it, man. Every sports season is built on preparation, studying the trends, and making the necessary adjustments to reach the ultimate goal. Investing deserves the same approach. With Webull, you have access to real-time market data, advanced tools, and an intuitive app designed to help you make informed decisions. Whether you are actively trading stocks, options, ETFs, and more, or planning for the long term for you and your family with IRAs, cash management, and custodial accounts for children, Webull gives you the tools to invest your way, all in one platform. Looking to take your preparation to the next level? Check out Webull's Learn resources and join their in-app community feed to discuss investing trends and happenings alongside 25 million users globally. And now, to help streamline your trading activities and elevate your strategy, try Vega, Webull's personal market AI assistant that can give you real-time analysis, watch list insights, and alerts when earnings drop. So get your financial portfolio game ready by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. The NBA is doing their work, and what they're saying, Rob G, Carey, is they're saying, hey, we know we got some better teams on paper, per se, or better players, including Joker, but the best matchup or the matchup that we're going to give to the fans, because all the rest are on, like, Prime.
Yeah, every Saturday game of round one of this weekend's playoffs is all on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Including, which I believe is going to be the best series, period, of the first round, Denver versus Minnesota. Okay. Jokic, the best player in the world in many cases.
Yeah.
Ant-Man viewed as if he's not the next face of the league, like he's right in that conversation. And they're buried on the afternoon slot on Amazon Prime because the primetime slot, the only game that's on network television on ABC, a broken down Lakers team against a Houston Rockets squad with no point guard who can't score, because it's being hyped up as come see LeBron James versus Kevin Durant Part 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I'll tell you why I'm not mad at that. Multiple reasons. Shall I break them down?
Go ahead.
Number one, just because you're the best doesn't mean you're the best watch. And Joker is incredible for us basketball junkies. We love him. He's great to watch. It's amazing. His passing ability, unorthodox ability to score. The team has been good. He's boring for a lot of other people. Or not even, I won't say boring as much as they just don't necessarily know him. Somebody who's just going to go to Buffalo Wild Wings on a Saturday to watch some hoops, they may not, I know him, and I think there's an element of LeBron, and not just LeBron. What's in front of his jersey say? The Lakers.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, Houston's a big team as well, and you're familiar with them. You know them. It's KD, it's LeBron, it's rivalry. So I think that plays a role. I mean, you look at one of the better players of the last 30 years was Tim Duncan. People weren't dying to go watch him unless you were a basketball head, right?
True.
And I think if you're the NBA and you want to get as many eyeballs on this, you absolutely are going to put LeBron, the Lakers, Los Angeles, Kevin Durant on versus a Joker or maybe some of these other teams. And also, here's another caveat. I think it's also because, the Joker looks like he should win this series. I can get to him. LeBron might be out. and I want to milk that as long as I can. The Lakers, LeBron, will this be it? Also, will this be his last time in a Laker jersey, meaning this series? That's a real storyline. If you're a TV network, you can work. Dun, 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 LeBron and the Lakers. Will this be the last ride? You can sell that storyline. Two of the all-time greats. Will they ever meet again? LeBron, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Joker, he's like, he's really, really good. What else?
Yes.
He likes horses. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much. So that's it. And also, let's just go, I hate to go full TV radio, but market sizes. LeBron plays for Lakers in Los Angeles, the number 2 market. Massive city in America. Massive. Houston's, I believe, top 5, top 6 market size. Massive markets.
Yep.
Minneapolis, Denver, not that huge. Big cities, but not that huge.
Right.
So I think that plays a role in. You got LA, you got Houston, you got Kevin Durant, you got LeBron, and I think those are part of the reasons. And last point is, this says a lot still about how the old heads are, because if the Warriors win and they get into the actual playoffs, not just the play-in, you best believe Steph Curry is going to get some prime time, some love out there, because those old heads still reign supreme. And last point here, Kerry, NBA put this out. The guys who lead the most views on social media, who do you think's number 1?
The most views on social media?
Yeah, like whenever the NBA posts anything about this particular person, they get views. Who do you think number 1 is?
I mean, it would have to I would say LeBron.
Number 1 at 2.85 billion. 2.85. Victor Wembanyama second, 2.43. Luka's third.
Okay.
Who has a chance to maybe come back in the series? Luka, right? So I'm going to try to, the Lakers, their prime time. Luka, followed by, you know who's next? Steph Curry. Old head. And then you got Joker there, and then you got SGA, and then goes down to Kevin Durant. So my point is, and then finally after Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards. My point is, and guess who also made the top 10 at 10? Austin Reeves.
Really?
Austin Reeves made it. 696 million views, just below Cooper Flag.
So they got 3 of the top 10 in that.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Lakers still bring cachet. They still got players. They still got names. That was my point.
Well, that's the thing. So, I mean, Rob G, yes, T-Wolves, Nuggets is going to be spicy, obviously. I mean, the T-Wolves beat the Nuggets last year. And, you know, the revenge factor there, that could be at play. That could be interesting, obviously. But when you talk about Rockets.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Well, last season, I'm sorry. Well,
that was last season.
Because last season, the Thunder beat them in 7. Sing it.
Let it breathe.
Trying.
The wrong guy into the building. We're all running for the outside. Try not to get down.
Took
Left
a hard
hat.
What's
Walked
up
in
with
with
that?
coffee.
Oh,
now
God.
Kelvin's looking
Hard
at
hat. What's up
piercing.
with that?
Alex didn't even hear my line.
He said hard hat.
I said
What's up
took
with
a hard
that?
hat. What's
It's
up
a hard
with
hat
that?
summer,
Man.
respectfully.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That's on your boy. That was mad weird, B.
All right.
It is the Odd Couple.
Hey, yo.
He's Rob Parker. I'm Kelvin Washington. Clearly a TV theme song Thursday. The legend, David Aldridge, going to be joining us here in a handful of minutes. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. All right. Kawhi Leonard, the era could be coming to an end. We'll have to wait. He's up for eligible for an extension. We'll see if the Clippers choose to do so. What do you do? Both of you and I agree that it's time to move on.
I'm fine with it. He was here. They gave it a shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they did everything they could. It just didn't work out. It just didn't happen.
Yeah, and for me, it's just the Clippers as a whole. I've been here almost 15 years, and the entire organization has just been a letdown. They had a chance to steal some young people from the Lakers, but they let the Warriors do that. There's a bunch of little young Warrior fans in L.A. because they've been good. Clippers had a chance, and they blew it.
All right, Jeff in Phoenix. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Kawhi Leonard. His era is going to continue. Actually, my dream scenario is that he ends up back with the Spurs, which would be crazy, but I don't think that's happening, but I'd love to see it. But
that
nonetheless, I think the problem is the Ty Lue era. It's like, what was he doing last night in the fourth quarter in terms of offensive production? They were doing a pick and roll with Kawhi out near the half-court line and Brook Lopez. And all the Warriors did is double Kawhi and said, give the ball to Brook Lopez. Please, give the ball.
Right.
So there was nowhere to go with the ball. And Kawhi's spot is like free throw line corner, that little back to the basket.
And he abuses it when he got it. Yes. Yep.
Oh, my gosh. It sort of reminds me of the Jordan late day.
No, it's mid-range game like Jordan. Yeah, it's mid-range game.
Yeah, so there was nothing set up for his mid-range. He had the ball dribbled out, three-point line to half court. Brook Lopez would come get a screen, and they begged LA Clippers to continue to do that. But not just that. Is Ty Lue an offensive specialist, defensive specialist? Neither, because on the defensive end, you have to know the only card that the Warriors had at the end of the game was to, hey, Steph, just go off and shoot threes.
I got it.
So where's the defensive play? But not just that. They had no center almost the entire fourth quarter. Drive the ball to the basket, get fouled.
All right, he's breaking it down. All right, thank you.
I get you.
Thank you. He was the Hubie. I thought it was.
Thanks, Jeff.
Did we talk to Hubie Brown?
Yeah, that was Hubie Brown. Is he still alive?
He was breaking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think Hubie. I think he's still with us.
Quadri in Delaware. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Q?
Oh, big fan.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
When you pay attention to sports, you're only as good as your owner, and the Clippers owners have been horrible. So how can you expect the team to be any better?
The Clippers owner?
He pluralized it. Donald Sterling.
Well, in the past,
Steve Ballmer.
Steve Ballmer.
What's wrong with Steve Ballmer?
Steve Ballmer's done everything he can do.
He tried to throw money at the problem, and that's not. You got to build a team.
They had a team. They went to the Western Conference Finals. This organization never went. I'm not trying to give a parade for a Western Conference Final, but to act like nothing happened, they got Kawhi. They traded for Paul George.
Rob, I don't like this, Rob.
They did everything
they need to
could.
be more.
No.
Rob.
I'm just saying.
And look who in the Western Conference. The Thunder have become a force. The Spurs are good.
No, but my point is they never did it. Never. You can't put them in the same boat as Donald Sterling. I'm not that.
I'm not saying no. That's completely different. I think he's trying to be. I think he's. Paul, thank you for the call. I think he's.
That's all I'm saying.
Completely trying to be the opposite of that, but it hasn't worked.
Yeah, but the idea that he's not to say the Clippers owners.
He's trying. I'll give him that for sure. No, without a doubt. He is invested in them.
It didn't work. It failed. I said it's a failure. But you can't say he's Donald Sterling.
Donald Sterling was the opposite.
Donald Sterling didn't care about anything.
He had them practicing and beat down L.A. small colleges instead of their own play. Yeah, so no, he's not that.
All right, let's go to Drew in New Jersey. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
Hey, guys. I think it is time to blow it up. But the only thing is, I don't know what you're going to get. Because you want to get into this draft, right? So I think the Bulls have a couple top lottery picks. I wonder if they can maybe get one of those and a future number one for Kawhi.
If I'm a team, I'm taking Kawhi. Are you kidding? He might be.
Yeah, but for the Bulls, you're not. If I'm the Bulls, would you take it?
Yes, because you know what you still need?
If you have to give up 2 lottery picks.
No, if you have 2, you give up 1. I'm not saying you give them both.
No,
but
you have to give up. But what if they want 2?
Well, I'm not giving up 2.
Okay.
I'm not giving up 2. I'll give
what
up.
About 1 this year?
I'll give up 1. Yeah, I would do that, but I wouldn't give up both.
Kawhi is an interesting one. Drew, go ahead.
Can I ask one question now? So is this trade with when Kawhi came there, is this as bad as with Billy King trading for Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce? Because I think they thought this was going to be like the big three Celtics.
No, I think
I turned into Billy King trade.
Yeah, but I think the difference is like that Nets team didn't get anywhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they didn't get anywhere. And I think the one thing, and it's all a failure, both of them.
Right.
So I'm not trying to say one is they're both failed. But I think that I would take those guys were, and I remember the headline in the Toronto paper. You know what it said, Drew? The headline for that playoff series said Raptors versus dinosaurs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was the headline because those guys were old at that point.
Getting Kawhi coming off a championship is not crazy.
That's not the same. And then to go say where Shea wasn't Shea yet, you didn't know where he was going to be. You wanted to try to win now, not hope that he's going to turn into a player. So a Paul George, who had done something in Indiana and had played well in OKC, you know what I mean, was
on paper it made sense. It just was terrible, and they stayed on it long, and it just ended up not working again. It ended up resulting in nothing. Yeah, it ended up resulting in nothing, and that's to me the worst part for the Clippers as a whole. 15 years that I've been here in LA, they have nothing to show for it. All right, appreciate the calls.
Kawhi hasn't been here for 15 years.
Right. No, Kawhi hasn't. I'll give you that. Well,
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball.
What else, Kawhi?
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Dang, Kawhi. David Aldridge on the other side of Trinity right now. Martin Weiss getting you updated.
Yeah, you just wish Kawhi Leonard would just open more doors. Just let people in
you're
more.
So stupid.
And just allow people just to take a tour of his work, of his work in life.
Kick a man when he's down.
Can't stand y'all. I'm just saying. Open up a little bit.
Just a little.
I know it's a key card, but just open up a little bit.
Just please walk in front of him.
You gotta let people in.
Gotta let people in. Bottom of the sixth inning, the Cleveland Guardians have a 3-0 lead over the Baltimore Orioles. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, we saw the Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. Mike Trout, he had his 7th home run of the season, his 5th of the 4-game series in New York. Aaron Judge hit his 8th of the year. Otherwise, we had some big-time comebacks today. The Tigers rallied from behind 3 outs. Rallied from behind for 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning for a 10-9 win over the Royals. Tigers have won 6 straight. Rangers had 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning for a 9-6 win over the A's. And the Rays scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Rays on their own 6-game winning streak. Nationals first baseman James Wood knocked in the ghost runner in the 10th inning to beat the Pirates 8-7. Giants beat the Reds 3-0. Brewers beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Two new reports said Dexter Lawrence, Giants defensive tackle, wants out of New York, adding contract talks have not only broken off, but there are no new talks on the immediate horizon. And the NCAA Football Oversight Committee has put a proposal out recommending the start of the college football season to be a standard start before Labor Day weekend. Fellas, back to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Odd Couple, Ron Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Join now.
The Hall of Famer
by the
himself.
Hall of Famer himself, David Aldridge. That's right. The Athletic Senior NBA columnist. You can follow him if you don't already at David Aldridge DC. DA, what's going on, man?
Gentlemen, what's happening?
How are you?
I'm all right.
I want to start with, before we kind of get into specifics of some of the games, just your thoughts on the play-in as a whole. It's been a handful of years now. Are you in on it? Do you like the idea, the concept?
I'm out like a belly button, but I want to hear your take.
Man, I hated it when it first came up. It was I thought it was lame and gimmicky, kind of on brand for the NBA. Just trying some new stuff. But look, the last couple of years, especially, the games have been really good, man. You can't hate on these first 4 games. They got 2 left. The games have been really good, man. It's been exciting. It's been great finishes. I still hate the in-season tournament. I think that's ridiculous. But the play-in, I'm not talking about the motivation for creating it. I'm just talking about the games themselves have been pretty good and been very competitive for the most part the last few years. So I can't hate on it.
But, Dave, here's my pushback. Why are they playing? They were bad all year. We had a full season, a regular season. They didn't perform well enough. Why are they playing? We saw the Warriors. They were 9th or 10th. Why are they in the play-in? Why?
Because that's the criteria of putting teams in the play-in, Rob. I don't like it, but that's the criteria. The criteria is 8 plays 7, and 9 plays 10. I don't think you should have 9 and 10 in the playoffs or have any chance to get to the playoffs, but that's the rule. That's what they put in.
No, I get it. That's the only part that I get the format. Whenever you have it's not a 7-game series or winner. Yeah, like that's going to be exciting. People are going to lay it all out on the table, and I get that. So, all right, let's move forward. I do want to find out about a couple teams. Let's go to the East first. And I know a lot of people in Detroit feel like, oh, we're getting disrespected. They had the best record in the East. But a lot of people are looking at the other teams are way more experienced and have had more success in the postseason. And the Pistons aren't. They're like the 4th, or they like odds in Vegas, 4th or 5th. Like, people aren't counting on them. Where are you on the Pistons? Can they get to the finals?
I mean, they can, but you know this, Rob. You covered the league a long time, too. I mean, most of the time, teams without a lot of playoff experience tend to struggle their first couple of times in the playoffs. I mean, maybe it's different now, with OKC kind of getting through quicker than most teams do, but I still believe that until you've been in the playoffs, until you've done the thing that you've done for 6 months and drawn a foul, and the referees look at you and go, no, ain't no foul now.
Right.
Until you know how to deal with that, or deal with a team that's just going to blitz you every time you touch the ball and make you give the ball up to somebody else. And until you stop playing teams that are tanking every other game and you play real teams with real coaches and real strategies and real star players, you just don't know what it's like. You know what I mean? You just don't have that experience. And so it's not hating on the Pistons. It's just this particular group has been in one playoff series, which they lost. So until this particular group really kind of gets through 1 or 2 series, I mean, it's not hating. It's just playing the odds and just looking at history. The history of this league is you usually have to lose a few of these before you start winning a few. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's damn hard. It's hard to beat a good team 4 times. This is really hard. Ain't easy.
Well, DA, stay there and go to the other side of it, the Western Conference version of that maybe being the Spurs, and that they don't have any experience, yet they were obviously So you feel the same way there, too?
Same thing. Yeah. I don't hate look, the Spurs going to win one. We know Wemby's not going to be denied. At some point, they're going to win one. It just may not be this year. You know what I'm saying? Now we saw 20-year-old Magic Johnson say, no, I'm that dude, and I'm going to win one right now. We've seen that, right? And it can happen, but it's rare. It's very rare. And so we'll see if Wemby's that dude. Maybe he is that dude. We'll find out.
I like that reference with Magic, too. That's a good, good
Magic was 20 years old. It said, Cap's not playing? No problem, fellas. Let me get this triple-double in Game 6 of the NBA Finals on the road. That's who he is. Okay.
No doubt. Our guest is David Aldridge, of course, from The Athletic, senior NBA columnist, Hall of Famer, basketball Hall of Famer, one of the best in the business. I've known Dave for a million years. Let's go to the New York Knickerbockers, because I truly believe that they really thought this was their window that was going to be open with all the injuries with Tatum and Halliburton in Indiana. That this was supposed to be their opening, and they had a real shot. They were disappointed last year after upsetting Boston and then losing to Indiana. I think they were in a hunt, but I don't see them as any kind of favorite to do anything.
Certainly not favorite, right? I mean, do they have a puncher's chance? Yeah, they do. I mean, Brunson is a terrific player and capable, certainly, of going on a heater during the playoffs. We've seen him do it before. I'm just not sure about the other guys on that team. I think Jason Hart will show up and be terrific and play with a lot of intensity and really help them. But I just haven't seen it yet this year from that group. Not against good teams. Again, that's part of the problem this year, guys, is that there's so many teams tanking. It's really hard to know who's good.
Yeah, they got to play a lot of bad teams.
Every other day you're playing a team that's laying down, so it's just really hard this year to kind of get a gauge from, wow, that team's outstanding. I know they're going to be there in the playoffs. I know they're going to make at least the Final Four. It's hard this year to do that. But what I've seen from the Knicks, I've just seen too much kind of not all there, not on the same page, offensively, really struggling. You know what I mean? So I'm not sure. I believe, again, can they beat Detroit 4 times? Can they beat Boston now with Tatum back 4 times? I'm not sure. I'm not saying they can't, but I would bet against it if I were betting man.
Hey, I was going to say one more real quick for me.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, I don't know, you still have, are you voting on all the awards? If so,
yes.
Are you, then let me ask you about the threshold, the 66 games you got to play. You like that?
Yeah.
Don't like it? Where are you? A lot of people have differing opinions.
I don't mind the rule. I do. The problem is you can always come up with something every year. Now you've set the precedent where everybody that has something
Thank you.
is going to say, well, wait a minute, I played in 64 games, but my grandmother died.
Yeah.
Or,
Right.
My kid was graduating from college, or, you know what I mean? Or my dog got sick. Everybody's going to have some, hey, it's a real reason I missed that game, And
it's terrible. I don't even know why Silver would open up the Pandora's box and even allow this to happen, because you're right, Dave, that's what's going to happen. And then they're going to say, well, you did it for Kane.
Why not me? Why not this? Why not that?
Why not do it for me?
Exactly.
All right.
And that's what Anthony Edwards is basically saying. Wait a minute, I had injuries too. Why can't I get some consideration?
Yeah. I think he's going to be at the poster child of saying, hey, why not me, at least for this season, for sure. D.A., we appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
David Aldridge, the Hall of Famer, man.
That's right.
Thank you.
Make sure you give him a follow. David Aldridge, D.C., if you don't. Been doing great stuff for decades, as you mentioned there, Rob, for sure. All right, on the way, Shekel City, Tire Rack play of the day as well. And just kind of continuing that conversation about the rule, because if they made some exemptions, if you don't know what we're talking about, we'll tell you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin, on the TV Thinks on Thursday, Fox Sports Radio. There is a contingency of people who don't like the plan. They say, what's the point? We talked about it with Antonio Daniels. They say, it's not regular season. It's not NBA playoffs. So what is it? Are you in on the play-in tournaments?
I'm out like a belly button. I'm an outie. I'm not an innie. I don't understand what the regular season was for then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Seriously. And I'm not trying to be flip or whatever. Here's my point. If this is cool and it's like, oh, you got these great games and whatever, why not just put since we're eliminating only 10 teams, why not let them all in the playoffs? Like, play the regular season because it's worthless and it's meaningless.
Mm-hmm.
Let everybody play and then, have a week or two of playing these other 10 teams that were bad all year. I don't get. The Warriors were bad all year. The Clippers had a terrible start to their year. They made it respectable. Why are we watching them? And then the league won't even justify them or call them playoff games.
Shadow games.
They're devaluing the game itself. Oh, no, this ain't a playoff game. So what is it? That's why I'm an outie on this. It doesn't make sense. That's what the regular season was for, to determine the best teams, to then decide who gets in the playoffs. If you're a 7 seed, you're like, what? What did we do wrong? We've always had 8 teams. Why are we getting thrown into the mix?
Mm-hmm.
8, 9, 10? Really? Why do we have all these teams? They were bad during the regular season. They should be on vacation. Not playing in games that aren't classified as regular season games and yet aren't classified as playoff games. They're no man's land. I mean, what is this? Again, a way to bastardize the NBA. That's what's happened here. I want no part of it. When the 16 teams are set, wake me up. Let me know. I don't care how good the game was. I'm not watching it.
You, George Michael, wake me up before you go. I'm in on the play-in. I was in from the beginning. I like the idea, adding some juice to the season, adding something new.
What was the season for then? That's what I'm asking you.
Hold on, I'm going to answer your question. So I like the idea of some urgency. Immediately, we talked about this with AD. You immediately felt playoff atmosphere, even though it wasn't technically playoff. You heard the Hornets crowd going crazy. You could feel the energy. It mattered because technically it does. You're out if you were to lose. And so to me, I like that added little sense. And look at baseball, right? You add an extra wild card team.
No, but it ain't teams that were bad all year.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm just saying, like.
But this is where you lead me to my point, Mr. Parker, is that the penalty is to the 7th seed. Because you get examples where the 7th seed could be like 2 years ago. The Hornets, they go 49-33. You're 16 games above 500, and I got to play in a play-in tournament? Rob, I'm 16 games above 500, and I got to play in a play-in. That's absolutely crazy. So I'm a fan of the play-in. I like it. It's exciting. But to me, it should only be for let's say, the battle of the 8 and 9 seed to play who's going to be the 8th seed. I'm cool with that.
But that's not what we have,
right?
Though.
And so I'm saying if I'm Adam Silver, you got it. It was exciting. It's been exciting. We've had other playing games.
But that's because of the
tournament style.
The style.
Win or lose,
it ain't
or go
about
home.
It ain't about these teams. It's about the format that they're playing.
I love the format. The only fix I would do is if you're the 7th seed, I earn the right to be in the postseason. Let the bottom feeders beef out. 8, 9, if you want to do a battle of 3 teams. But 9 and 10 play each other to play 8, and the winner becomes the 8th seed. I'm cool with that. The 7th seed shouldn't have to do that because I just think that's not fair. You've worked hard to be 15, 10, 12 games above 500, and now I'm sitting here in a tournament to some like you said, teams that done nothing all day, and they got a shot.
What they got a shot
at? They have a hot day. Their guys hit a bunch of threes.
Thank you. And you have an off night from your star, and all of a sudden your season's over. How is that fair? What was the regular season for then?
I don't like that specifically. That's the one caveat I would offer to Adam Silver. Play-in is fun. I get it. Add a little extra juice to the NBA season as a whole, because who knows what type of season this part of it is. But I don't like the 7th seed having to fight for their life when they did. And now so far, 7th seed hasn't officially been kicked out. They've lost a game, but then they bounce. If you lose, you get to play another game if you're the 7th seed. So they haven't been kicked out in that regard. But the chance of it, I don't even like the chance of it, that I'm a 7th seed, worked hard, all 82, as you mentioned, and I'm out. But as far as the rest of it, I think it's fun. I think it adds a little juice to it. I can't stand you, Alex.
This one goes out to our James Bond friend.
I can't stand you, Alex.
Hard hat summer.
Don't ask me for nothing else, Alex. Hey, Dub, let me run this by. Nope.
Where's my coffee?
It's the odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Hey, big shout out to the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Just joined us moments ago. Some good talk there. Rob G will get that up on the pod in just a little bit. It's good to hear his insight on all the stuff that's happening in the NBA. So go follow him again, David Aldridge, DC. All right, now it's time for Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City, the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
Not a good night last night. 0-3.
No,
not a good night. Like I had the Yankees winning.
Yeah.
But they didn't cover the 1.5 run. I had a glizzy in my mouth. No.
Rob, what were your over-under of items taken from today? What's that on?
Stop.
Over 3.
Okay.
Oh, well, for you, yeah.
Especially if it was hard.
Yeah, I was about to say, for sure. By the way, you lied to me. You told me that series was over yesterday. Yankees,
yeah,
Angels.
I thought it was over. They played today, and Mike Trout had another 9 home runs.
I told you this is the 10-game series.
Unbelievable. All right, so 0-3. 107 and 75.
Okay.
107 and 75.
That's
I'll
good.
take.
No, that's good.
All right, here we go tonight. We got a couple baseball games are about to get started. No NBA till tomorrow. So baseball, I got the Astros minus 1.5 runs. They're hosting the Rockies. That's my best bet.
Okay.
And then I have the Padres plus 1.5 runs. They host the Seattle Mariners. So Padres plus 1.5 and Houston minus 1.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on.
All right. There you go.
Not pretty. 0-3 last night.
Oh, you be listen. Your record has been great. I told you. I can't even hate on that. All right, it's now time for your tire rack play of the day.
Runs it right behind the back to Draymond. Back to Steph. Dribbles off a double team. Fades and fires. It's good. A sideline three for Steph Curry.
There you go. Steph Curry, who's that? Warriors radio right there.
Yeah, no playoff. No wonder he hit it.
I was waiting on that. That was your tire rack play of the day. Brought to you by Tire Rack.
Am I
and for
right
over
or
40
wrong?
years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. Yeah, you didn't think Steph didn't do his thing?
No, I'm just saying it wasn't a playoff game.
It wasn't a playoff game. 11 points in the fourth quarter. Last 9 minutes.
That's not on me. That's the commissioner.
That is the commissioner, Adam Silver.
Those stats do not count in the playoff stats.
Adam Silver is having a bad. You got that, and then you carry it into the
when
fact
we heard
that,
the news today. Just tell.
Yeah. So Luka Doncic, Rob G. You can maybe if there's the exact terminology, but Luka and K got exemptions with the 65, 66 game rule.
65 game rule. Exemptions granted to 2 superstars, but not a third for some reason. Luka Doncic, they said, hey, you left to go for the birth of your child, 2 games. We're going to not worry about that. You're good. Cade Cunningham, your lung collapsed all over the floor. You're okay. We'll look over that one. But Anthony Edwards and your ankle and knee problems, nope. Can't look past that one. So only 2 guys get the exemption, Luka and Cade.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense.
We both were on the same page. You got to rule what? And David Aldridge, who just was on from the Athletic NBA column, this Hall of Famer, he agreed. Like you just opened up a can of worms. Now, like what?
Appeal on top of appeal on top of appeal.
Everybody's going to be appealing it. Oh, my grandmother died. This happened. That happened. Adam Silver is the worst commissioner. Not even by a long shot because he's so soft on the players. Anytime they push back, he folds.
You created the rule for a reason.
Right.
The rule was there because guys weren't playing. For whatever the reason,
they
whether
were
Lowe's management,
the league. They weren't playing for the networks who are paying millions on millions of dollars, and you reward the guy. Cade, I'm sorry. You got hurt. It's okay. You're a great player. You got a long history and future ahead of you. Why is this so like you're not winning the MVP? You're probably going to be second team, right? All NBA. I don't even get it. Like,
and that's the part for me is
I don't get it. Luka's not winning the MVP.
And I just don't get like the whole point was guys weren't playing. Period. Whatever the reason was, top load management injuries, they weren't playing, and so you create some threshold. So now a gang of guys fell below the threshold, which means they weren't playing again, and you're like, nah, let's hook them up with an exemption. And I'm not saying listen, it sucks. I would love to have Cade. Why not win the MVP? It'd be great. But it's just to me, part of being an MVP is you did something special. And part of doing something special in a season is availability. Man, I had an amazing season. I played 76, 77, 80 games in 82.
Played 64 games is just like,
and they're like saying, no, I should have a shot. The only thing I told you, my one caveat is I have no problem if it counts for all NBA because that's 15 guys, right? 15 guys.
No, it should.
That's fine for me. But a singular award?
To me, it should just be then get rid of the award. Just scrap it because you've already made it null and void. You've already allowed someone to circumvent it. What is the purpose of it? There is no real purpose. You couldn't even 2 players who did not meet the threshold. It's so easy. Thank you. We heard your thing, but you got to
bounce back next year.
Bounce back. Luka, you're not going anywhere. Cade, I don't think you're going anywhere. But next year. See you next year.
Yeah,
Stay healthy. Play 65 games, and you'll be in there.
Guys have been hurt. Guys have been injured throughout the history of the NBA, and it just wasn't their year to win MVP. They played incredible. I don't even mind, like I said, all NBA, but it was created for a reason.
Neither one of them are winning the MVP.
It was created for a reason, and to back down that fast so soon.
I hope they get 0 votes, both of them. How's that?
Well, Luka might get K probably
0. 0. I want him to get 0.
Hey, Kelvin,
votes.
someone's at the door.
Stop it.
We are Fox Sports.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion.
Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it. Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys.
They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
In Major League Baseball, bottom of the 7th inning, the Guardians lead the Orioles 4-0. Jose Ramirez with the home run. In the NHL, 7:40 left in the first period, the Blues lead the Mammoth 1-0. Earlier today in baseball, we had a few crazy comebacks. The Tigers rallied from 3 runs down in the bottom of the 9th for a 10-9 win over the Royals. Tigers won 6 straight. Rangers rallied from 4 down in the top of the 9th inning for a 9-6 win over the A's, and Rays scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Giants blanked the Reds 3-0. Brewers over the Blue Jays 2-0. Nationals first baseman James Wood knocked in the ghost runner to beat the Pirates 8-7 in 10 innings. 2 reports today from New York say that defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence wants out of New York. Adding that contract talks have not only broken off, but there are no new talks scheduled on the immediate horizon. I'm Martin Weiss.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2 here on a TV theme song Thursday.
Number 2.
Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel. You could be watching us right now as we speak. Just search Odd Couple on YouTube. Thank you. Hit that subscribe button.
I hit it so good today.
Thank you,
Come on
Tiger.
right now. He in another country. Let him be.
Tap the thumbs up icon and comment away.
What about sideways thumb?
Yeah, no, sideways.
Okay.
No good.
Tigers never let somebody walk in, though. I'll tell you that.
Go check out the YouTube channel and watch us live right now. Just search Odd Couple, FSR, and subscribe. Don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, Law Murray from the Athletic. Wow!
I like Law.
Law didn't get canceled like all the other Law and Order shows, right?
No.
Just saying, on a TV theme song.
It's too soon, bro.
Didn't they just cancel like one of those shows?
Not
on
SVU.
Peacock? They canceled
They did
one of
SVU.
those.
Rob G, looking at that. That's the most important news of the day.
What was that? Law and Crime? Crime and Law? Like the one that's on Peacock and NBC?
It can't be Law and Order. Law and Order at this point.
Something got canceled today. Was it Law and Crime? It might be a
You're making up
different
TV
name.
shows. Martin, you got to update on it. Bida-ding. You got to update on this.
Matlock's been canceled for years, Rob.
Not Matlock.
I know I know that H&I may have took it off the air today, but it's been canceled for years.
No, I said
that was pretty funny.
Law and Crime. Look it up.
But don't nobody even know that show. We know Law and Order. Don't nobody know Law and Crime. What are you, a lawyer?
It's from the same people.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
You making
I'm
up
just
shows.
giving you. I'm giving you.
You making up shows.
Just put TV cancellation today, right? Law and Crime, Crime and Law, Law and Order. I was playing off of Law Murray's name.
I know, but
What
it's
does it
personal
say?
now. All right, Law and Crime cancels what I Googled. Law and Order. I Googled that. Let's see. Law and Order Organized Crime has been canceled after 5 seasons.
Thank you. That's what I was talking about. I know what I'm
Nobody
up
know
on my
Law and
TV.
Order Organized Crime. We know Law and Order SVU.
Ain't nobody got
Ice-T.
time for that.
What you about to drink right now? Ice-T. Come on, Rob.
Ice-T been stealing money for 30 years. I mean, Lord have mercy.
Yo, what do we got? How long has he been dead?
And I think that, they've written him out of like.
Yeah, he's still all right.
He's there like once in a like.
Because let me tell you how this works.
But it
don't matter your lines. Them checks still cash.
No.
Them checks still cash. Colors.
But he's been on that show for almost 30 years. Like that's crazy. Whatever it is, 20-something.
Song called Cop Killers. Play a cop for 30 years.
Yep.
What are you talking about? That's only in America.
Only in America.
Only in
as
America.
John King used to say.
Only in America.
All right. Rob G, there
What
was
you got, Rob G?
some WNBA news and
or none news.
Well, yeah, no news. According to the PR
Sexist.
people. Yes.
Yeah, no news that became news. Now, guys, I'm sure that we were watching this in the studio. I know Rob was locked the F in for this one.
I couldn't get his attention back.
But earlier this week, the Dallas Wings had the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft, and they raised some eyebrows by taking Fudd out of UConn. Lauren Best from UCLA was available.
Related to Elmer or no? I'm just trying to figure
Rob
that out.
Parker.
I'm about to cancel you like Law and Order Organized Crime.
Rob,
now
caution.
It's not that she's not a worthy candidate to go first overall. In that way, she was the best player in college. It would make sense. What made it interesting is that the Dallas Wings already have a great guard on their team, Paige Bueckers, who also, according to multiple outlets and according to Bueckers herself, was romantically involved with Fudd as recently as last year. We don't know if they're still involved, but that was the story. So earlier today, Fudd met with the media there in Dallas, and they asked her, about her relationship and whether or not she's going to talk to other players around the league about how to navigate being in a relationship with a teammate. Here's the exchange.
Paige announced last year on TikTok that y'all were a couple, and I'm wondering if that is still the case, and if so, if y'all have talked to any other couples in the league about how they negotiate that dynamic as pro teammates.
I understand why you have to ask that question, but we're going to respectfully decline from commenting on our players' personal lives. Go to the next question.
Okay. The reporter, excellent question. Would you agree with
Yes,
that? Journalistic,
absolutely.
excellent question. Like this is a fact. He's not rumors.
Speculating.
She announced on TikTok that they were a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to be on the same team, and his question wasn't about what do y'all do in the bedroom. How do you negotiate or navigate when you're playing with somebody who you're romantically involved in? I think it's an excellent question, and what bravo to the reporter. Bravo. And as usual, the PR people get in the way. Get out of the way. You're supposed to be there, right, to help the reporters and the players link and make sense, to help, not to always be a roadblock. Let her answer the question and say she's not comfortable talking about it, and I respect it.
Yep.
We don't need you to jump in and say, we're not talking about personal life. Well, she announced it personally to the whole public. Why is it a problem for the reporter to ask about it then? He didn't say, I heard a rumor. You announced on your TikTok. Don't you think it's a part of the story? It is. I just don't. You know what? She could have given a beautiful answer.
You took where I was.
Go ahead. I'm going to let you.
No, I was just going to say.
Am I right?
Well,
she could have given a beautiful answer.
This, to me, was a disappointing moment because you robbed someone of having a sincere answers. Rob G, it was last year when it was announced from Paige Bueckers, right? Like, I'm in a relationship with Fudd. So I've known this is coming. You knew you were going to the WNBA.
Thank you.
You knew that, not you didn't know you were going to get drafted, but you knew this was going to be a possibility. You're prepared to answer it. And this is big girl pants. She's a pro. Like, this is high school, college. I get it. They're amateurs. You're a pro. It's a fair question. And let me add on to why I believe it's fair. How many years now have we talked about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? Right? Oh, your relationship, is it a distraction? How do you handle this? Is she coming to the game? We've asked about this. When Lamar Odom was with Khloe Kardashian, how does this work to this? There were questions asked. It happens. Let alone.
That question, though, was foul because it said, how long before your career is over in the NBA? But go ahead.
You didn't ask that?
Go ahead.
That wasn't you?
That
was a you question. So my thing is we've asked this questions and these types of questions plenty of times, right? I mean, how many did Travis Kelce answer, right, with Taylor Swift? And so Paige Bueckers is a celebrity, and they're co-workers, and they're on the same team. So in essence, it's asking about a teammate, and I just thought it was a robbed opportunity for her to answer a question how she, I would imagine, has been prepared to answer the question. And also the WNBA, by the way, let's not act like this is some anomaly they don't know how to handle. There have been several relationships in the WNBA. So aside from these two, you now have, and these, by the way, Rob, these are players who are on the same team. DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas. They were both in the Connecticut Sun. You got Dejana Carrington and Alyssa Smith. You got Allie Quigley and Courtney Vandersloot. You got Diana Taurasi, Penny Taylor. They were on the Phoenix Mercury. So this is not something that's like, oh my gosh, this isn't new in the WNBA. This has happened several times. So I thought it was a very fair question. I thought she robbed Fudd of an opportunity to answer a question, how she would choose to answer it. And I thought
What if she would have said, Kelvin, it's a dream come true? Would that not be beautiful? It's a dream come true to be able to play with somebody who I'm romantically in love with, or whatever it might be. Like, that was something that we've talked about forever, and for this to come true and us to play together and enjoy our WNBA experience together is phenomenal.
I mean, and it's not apples. That's a great point. It's not apples to apples. But when you're talking like linked family relationships, some of these were, by the way, marriages, I believe, as well. Like, it's like LeBron and Bronny, and that's a family member. And people, how's that dynamic work? You when you have this intimate thing with somebody, it's and you're on the same team, it's fair for a reporter to ask a question. And what do you always say?
Well, go ahead.
What do you always say? They can do what? They can ask the question. You don't have to answer. If she chose not to, that's different.
If she chose not to, then we respect it. If she says, you know what, I'd rather not talk about it. Okay, you got your answer. But for the PR person to be the Budinsky and stop it, it drives me crazy. Let the player say that if it was a question that's out of bounds, right? Mm-hmm. That's what a PR person can jump in and go, that's out of bounds. We're not talking about that today. That's out of bounds. That has nothing to do with what we're doing here today. That I understand, because people can be out of bounds. I thought that guy asked an excellent question, that reporter, right?
Yeah.
Was spot on. It wasn't even a hearsay. On your TikTok, you announced am I right? Not, hey, that's your chick there, your girl or whatever. Well, what's going to be like playing together and rooming together and on the road every night? You know what? Right. That I have a problem with. Mm-hmm. What he did was spot on.
I'm with you, and I just thought, and I've seen some of the responses, even from some of our esteemed colleagues, female reporters, and they were like, "No, that was a fair question. Like that's a."
I would be interested to hear from people, listeners, who think it's out of bounds or it's inappropriate. Is it because they're a couple? Is it because, they're females? Mm-hmm. Is that the issue that, you know what I mean, Rob G? I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why there's a problem.
No, I don't think most people have a problem with the question. I don't even think people have a problem with the PR chiming in, because that's kind of their role to. They feel like protect the player. Like, I don't think people. I think the question that people are going to have issues with, some people, is, even though we've had it before, the fact that you have teammates romantically involved, especially, and I know it's kind of apple to oranges, the Diana Rossini, Mike Vrabel, like, it's a conflict of interest. Can we have two teammates that are romantically involved on the same team and be able to treat them equally? This is not the same as
not a conflict of interest. That's not the right word.
Well, here's my scenario.
Okay,
for you, right?
Yeah.
So this is not exactly the same, but Doc Rivers, Coach Seth Curry, who was his son-in-law, married to his daughter.
That's different.
So so here's my question. The reason why it's not that big of a deal is because, hey, if things go sideways, Seth Curry's like our 11th dude, is not really much of a story. Mm-hmm. In this case, these are your two marquee players, your star players. If things go sideways between them, it's not so easy as, hey, we'll dump the asses and keep Giannis because this is the one we worry about.
But, Rob G, that still does – I hear that. A conflict is if the coach is dating one of the players. That's a conflict, okay? If your coach, right, a female coach was dating one of the players. We had a situation like that in Detroit where there was a friction, something like that. But in this case, and I hear you talking about things going sideways, but that deal still doesn't stop that there's a natural question to be asked about navigating through it. And have you talked to anybody about, a scenario like this, or you know what I mean?
Well, to tie both of your points to tie both in, you have real life examples. So you've had examples where players were in a relationship on the team, and then friction happened personally, and it spilled out on the court. And you can look at some of these other examples where it got to the point where fans were like, yo, we see they're not getting along on the court. They're having issues. We have other instances where they ended up starting to have fighting on the court, like going at verbal altercations on the court. And Carrington and Smith, they played at Baylor together. Then they won the same thing to Connecticut Sun. And
there are people who are together that you don't even know about because they don't.
I don't.
Okay, and they're on the same team, but you don't know about because they didn't announce it on TikTok. So I hear your point.
But I'm saying to Rob G's.
But I don't. It's not a conflict, though.
I don't think it's a conflict of interest. I just think can it be a conflict to the team? Like
sure,
if me and you are getting along and they're in a relationship is going along, if they got into an issue at home and things are going, does it affect the team? In this instance, where I'm talking about with DeJounte Carrington, Alyssa Smith, they start asking for trade rumors and trade discussions, like get me out of here. I don't want to be around it. So I get what Rob G's asking in that. Can it affect gameplay?
Yeah, but
can it affect the locker room?
But I could get into it with you, and we're not related or we're not in a relationship, right? I mean, that could happen to anybody, even if you're not in a relationship. Jason Kidd and from the Mavericks, I'm just over Tony Braxton. Why am I flaking?
Player from the
yeah.
Tony Braxton. Hold on, dang. Let me.
Jim Jackson.
Oh, Jim Jackson.
Right? They both wanted to date or something right? It caused friction. They were both on the same team. They wanted the Dallas Mavericks. Go Google it.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, you could have issues with people. That's not anything. That question was an appropriate question for that time, that situation, and I'd rather the players say I'd rather not answer it rather than a Budinsky PR flack who's in the way, who could have stopped a beautiful response. And that's all I'm saying, that there could have been a great story there.
And if you know anything about Fudd, she's very, obviously, very articulate, very well-spoken. And I think, and again, I mentioned this, I just think prepared for the moment, right? Certain things in your life, you kind of know, all right, this is coming.
Thank you.
The thought that she was going to be the number one player, when the draft slots happen, or we know who's getting, you go, all right, this is probably, I'm probably going to go there, and I know there's going to be a question. And you're prepared for it. And if you saw the video, you kind of look, Rob G, tell me your interpretation. It looked like she kind of was thinking, like, all right, let me prepare my answer, and almost like, and then they jumped in.
Oh, this is the one I was waiting for. Okay,
yeah, this is the moment. It was like, well,
right.
Exactly.
Okay. And you know this, it's going to come up again.
It is.
Like, to me, you had a chance to hit it early. The season isn't here yet.
And then get it out of the way.
Got it out the way.
They're going to ask her until she addresses it.
Exactly.
It's going to be asked again because reporters, they're going to feel it's their job.
There's a story there. There's a story there. And you might be the one to get it. I mean, I did a story about Derek Jeter growing up biracial. No one could get him to talk about it. Seriously. You know what I mean? And finally, I got him to talk about it on the record for a story. It was the biggest story in New York, him talking about his upbringing and having a white mom and a black dad and what that was like growing up in Michigan. You know what I mean? But you got to be
willing to ask that. And they're going to keep asking, too. That's the other side, too.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369 was the question to AZ Fudd, out of bounds. And do you think Fudd and Bueckers being romantically involved is a problem for Dallas? We'll continue that conversation next with you. It is The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're holding 2 coffees in the US of A.
Can't stand you. Used to be my homie. Used to be my ace. You know the rest of that song? Now I want to slap the taste out your mouth. All right, let's get into this. Listen up. Take the next step toward your future with an affordable online degree or certificate from University of Maryland Global Campus, an accredited state university. Classes start May 13th, and when you apply now, your application fee is waived. Choose from over 135 skills-based programs. Earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant experience, or transfer up to 12 credits towards a master's. Don't forget, save now with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. You can visit umgc.edu to learn more.
Are we on? Are we ready? We can. So, Kelvin, yesterday the story was here when Diana Rossini resigned from the Athletic. Not surprised. I didn't get a chance to chime in. So it wasn't surprising to me. I told you from Jump Street she should be fired because of it just was a conflict of interest. And I said it from day one and whatnot. But now Mike Vrabel.
Who you were talking about? Vrabel.
Vrabel. My God, I can't get it out.
It's okay. No, the G was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't
The Garable was crazy.
Right. I said he was Babro. That's what she had called him by mistake.
That's what she did call her, Babro.
Babro. But his situation, and people are like, oh, it's a double standard. Nothing happened to him. He gets to keep his job, and all this stuff, and there's no issues there. And there's just a couple things. It is a different situation. One is moral, one is professional, one is you're covering somebody. It's just not the same thing. But I'm not letting them off the hook totally, okay?
Okay.
Because in this case, I think he comes off as a coward now. Now we're at a point now where he's ducking the media and does not want to address it. And you can't be a head football coach, talk about accountability, being a leader of men, and you're not willing yourself to at least clear the air on what happened. His comments when he said it was laughable are null and void now because someone just stepped down from a job. It's not laughable. It's not pictures out of context. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've passed that. This was not cleared up like they said it was. It was a party of 6 where there were other people. They just weren't in the picture or they weren't around when we, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
None of that. Where are those witnesses? Where are those people? Nobody has stepped forward. And Mike, people feel like he got off scot-free, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Patriots are also, he's a coward, and the Patriots are a terrible organization because they don't demand that he clear this up for their fan base and for their players to move forward, to let people know what exactly this was. And let us hear from your mouth so that we don't have to speculate. We don't have to figure it out for ourselves. We don't have to guess. You got to be willing to stand up there, good, bad, or indifferent, every single time. That's the standards that's set. That's why people don't respect the Patriots for all the winning that they've done, is because there's always some cheating scandal or something that's behind it. Even with their owner, there was a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is who the Patriots are. And I feel it's just bad. And the players will might not say anything, and they'll just kind of go on, and I understand they got jobs to do or whatever. They're not going to lose any sleep over it. But I'm telling you, there are players there who might be cut from a different cloth, who see their coach as, like, is this a guy who's trustworthy?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a guy who's an honest guy? Is this a guy? There are people who are family men who don't believe in this all sort of extracurricular activities.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that there's an issue, and he needs to own up to it.
So I think we talked about this a bit yesterday, me and Carrie, but now with the more information that there are some reports, ESPN reporting and others saying that he's not expected to address the media until the NFL draft. Which they're trying to say they already had a guy who was going to do it. Elliot Wolf he was already pre-scheduled. But no, when there's a bit of a scandal, when there's something going on, it's okay to step in front of it and say, hey, whatever his thing is, hey, this is not what you think, or hey, I love her, or hey, whatever it may be, hey, I made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. So for him to not do that, I do think is ducking some smoke and is ducking some accountability from a team that has billed themselves as the accountable team, right? The no distractions team, the Patriot Way organization. So this is what you usually hear from them top down organizationally.
And Vrabel, he's a part of that.
And he was a player, now he's the coach. So absolutely you would expect that from your leader. So I don't believe, I believe once he addresses it to the team, that they'll be able to look at him and say, all right, hey, that's between you and your lady. Cool, you addressed it with us. We're moving on. I think they'll be able to do that because I think athletes, I said this yesterday, they're amazing at compartmentalizing. They have to, right? This smooth. What is this?
That's what happened at the start of the show. Too close for comfort.
Too close.
It was too close for comfort. You used your last two early. You still got an hour and 30-something minutes. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, on a TV theme song Thursday. I will sample the mess out of this, Alex.
Do.
Shop Talk coming up. I'm going to make sure I leave the building on that one. I might leave the door open.
It's a hard hat summer.
Law Murray coming up as well. It's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform.
Our insurance rates went through the roof.
Then went just sky.
It's crazy.
They did. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk, and for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. They won't leave the door open.
K-Dot, so just so you know, we have a tease for the upcoming Shop Talk, Rob Parker. There was a massive email that was just sent about this incident, and it's titled, Intruder on First Floor.
That's, that's a good
Corporate's
show.
involved, so you know it's bad.
That's a good show.
Here we go.
Let me go look at this email. Go ahead. Where we at? 877-99 on Fox. So we're talking about relationships. We got WNBA players who are together. You have Fudd and Bueckers who are in relationships. She was asked this question. PR jumped in front of her to answer it. We both thought it was a fair question.
I thought it was well asked, the whole 9 yards. It was relevant. It made total sense. All right, Kevin in Culver City. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kev?
God is good.
All the time.
Hey, man, look, she's a grown woman. She's making the most money coming into the draft. She could answer a question. It was dumb for them to step in like that. Look, she could have just said, hey, we won championships together. We know how to win together.
Yes.
Good Morning America with straight hands. And here's the thing. The thing that I think is different with this is if I hope they get married, I hope everything works out. But if they don't, you know how it is when you ain't with that person, you don't even want to see them. Now you got to see them every day. By the way, we got to play a basketball game together. So
no, they won't. They'll move one of them. I mean, come on. It happened. Guys have disputes all the time. They move somebody, Kev.
Brent Berry, Tony Parker.
Yes.
You know, you've had situations like that.
Yes, they'll move people. Trust me.
And one thing I think with Bronny, like with Bronny and LeBron, that's always going to be his son. That's Pops. This is different. You know, I think it's a little.
But it's not unique. It's happened in other.
Oh yeah, the WNBA has at least
it's happened before
4 or 5 other instances in this, which is also why I thought it was a fair question.
Yep.
Because this isn't like some anomaly where you let it go. It's one. This happens in NBA.
And that was reason about why he asked, had they talked to anybody else about about dealing with it? Sean in Sacramento.
Where the heck, Sean?
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Yo, my uncle from another mother, cousin Kelvin, my brother's behind the board. It's been too long, fellas. How y'all living, man?
How are you? Man, what's up with you?
Man, you know we just busy right now.
I know.
The job has just been crazy. My second job done popped up to start the MLB season. My boss is working me to the bone.
That's right.
What's going on? Now, you knew where it was.
Inside the Parker drops tomorrow, along with my second favorite pod, the restricted area. All my All Heart listeners, all my Odd Mob listeners, go ahead and download and subscribe. But, man, I am so offended by that question, man. It's Azzi's draft interview, and they're going to bring up her relationship, man. The only reason why they're doing that is for the same reason they always do this with women's sports. They always try to bring it to sex. They always try to downplay the actual play on the court. They won a championship together at UConn, man. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the potential for them to reunite and win one in the NBA.
But that's the point. I might ask that. How does it feel to be in a relationship with Paige Beck? Can you guys duplicate what you did at UConn here?
That's exactly
That's still a question about your partner.
But why bring it to that though? Why
because she put it on TikTok. It's public knowledge.
So Sean, did we not ask Travis Kelce about Taylor Swift a gazillion times?
Or Tony Romo and
Jessica Simpson, was it?
Yes.
And what was the public's reaction to that? Stop bringing up the relationship.
No, but nobody said.
But hold on. Stop came after what? Asking multiple times. This was the first time asked.
Exactly. Sean, you're hey, there's nothing wrong with that question. Thanks anyway.
Let me tell you what website ain't going to get that question. MLB Bro ain't going to ask that apparently.
There you go. Hey, real quick, let's squeeze in Andre in Massachusetts. We got a minute, Dre. What you got?
How you doing? Thanks for taking the call. Listen, on this, I want to see, and I appreciate respect. Azzi, Paige have a lot of love for the UConn tradition. But this would be an opportunity for them to kind of lean into this and to say kind of how they feel about it, how it's going to be successful for them, and why it's a good thing, rather than why it's something we kind of want to step back from. So that's how I feel about this. They've won, as everybody said, championships in the past. Now there's a situation for them to possibly win a WNBA championship. And the overarching point about the WNBA getting away from making their players like pinup girls. They want their players to have personality. They want you to relate to the storylines and the narratives and the things that make them interesting. I don't think anybody has a problem with the fact that Paige Bueckers and Azzi Fudd are in a relationship.
Yeah.
This ain't 1992. Like, I agree. Like, I don't think people.
Like, it'd be different if the reporter outed them.
Yes.
In the press conference. Now I'm with you. Inappropriate. Yeah. Nobody knew that. Why are you asking her that in that moment? But this is different. That's why I didn't have an issue with it.
No doubt. Dre, appreciate the call. We got Law Murray on the other side of trending right now. Martin Weiss going to get you updated. What's up, Martin?
I feel like I truly just jinxed Parker Messick because I kept an eye on the Baltimore-Cleveland game, then realized he had a no-hitter going through eighth, then turned it on the big TV. First batter of the ninth inning. Parker Messick gives up a single. Now Cleveland has a 4-0 lead over Baltimore.
Who got that single? Was that Jeremiah?
I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
I just saw a hit. I didn't know who that was.
Now it's 2-1. Now top of the ninth inning as Cleveland has gone to the bullpen. It's a 1-0 lead right now for the Astros over the make that a 2-0 lead for the Astros over the Rockies in the bottom of the first inning. Yeah, with 2 outs now. Earlier today, we saw the Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. Mike Trout hit his 5th home run in a 4-game series. Aaron Judge had his 8th of the season. The Tigers rallied from 3 runs back to beat the Kansas City Royals 10-9. Tigers won 6 straight. Rays on the 6-game winning streak too. As the Rays, they scored 3 runs top of the 9th inning for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Rangers had 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. They beat the A's 9-6. Giants blinked the Reds 3-0. Brewers 2-0 over the Blue Jays. Nationals first baseman James Wood knocked in the ghost runner to beat the Pirates 8-7 in 10 innings. And 2 reports today say Giants defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence wants out of New York, adding that contract talks have not only broken off, but there are no new talks on the immediate horizon. The NBA and the NBA Players Association have granted petitions allowing Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham to be eligible for end-of-season awards despite neither appearing in the required 65 games. Doncic played 64 but missed 2 to be present for the birth of his child. Cunningham played in 63 but missed 12 due to a collapsed lung. A similar petition from Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves was denied by independent arbitrator. Edwards played 61 games. The NCAA's Football Oversight Committee put out a proposal on Thursday recommending a standard start to the college football season that would be before Labor Day weekend. In the NHL, start of the second period, the Blues and the Mammoth tied 1 apiece. Predators with a 2-1 lead over the Ducks. 4 minutes left in the first period there. 5 minutes left in the first period. The Sharks and the Jets tied 1 apiece. Sharks on a power play. Fellas, back to you.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it. It is the Odd Couple. He's Rob. I'm Kelvin on a TV theme song. Thursday Shop Talk coming up here in a little bit right now. Don't forget, at University of Maryland Global Campus, you can choose from more than 65 graduate online degrees and certificates, including our MBA, now with 10 specializations. No application fee through June 1st. Visit umgc.edu. Joined now by our man, Law Murray, the Athletic, Clippers, and Lakers. Law, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I feel good, man. It's a very strange time of the year, but I feel good.
Do I need to sing Boys to Men, End of the Road? Although we come.
No,
okay.
You don't. No, please.
I mean, and I'm from Philly, so big shout out to Boys to Men. We got to get some new R&B up in here.
Yeah. Well,
those days are over.
Well, are y'all getting a new star there with the Clippers? What happened last night? Kawhi been balling, 27 points, highest career average in year 14.
MVP type season, and then second half a done.
Yeah. And I would say this: I was in Portland last Friday night, and that felt like a playoff game. The stakes were what they were. If the Clippers would have won, they would be the 8th seed and had 2 chances to lock down a playoff spot in this play-in tournament. And if they lost, then you get what you get, right? They lost, so I'm not going to bore you guys with the details of how they lost that game. Let's talk about how they lost this game last night. They were ready to play. I want to be very clear on that. The Clippers had 2 days of practice after playing the Warriors, who had Steph Curry already on Sunday, for a game that meant nothing to the Warriors. It was a glorified tune-up, a rehearsal, if you will. Steph Curry needed to play because he needs to get his cardio right, get back in rhythm. And Clippers rested Kawhi Leonard. They gave him 4 days off. It's like, hey, we're going to have him ready to go. First play-in tournament experience for him. They were ready to play. They took a 12-2 lead, forced a timeout right away. The problem started after that. They sat Kawhi and Darius Garland at the same time, and that was a mistake to begin the second quarter. Lead gone. And then they jack the lead back up. Steph Curry goes off for a 16-point third quarter, and they still bring a lead into the fourth quarter, and they try to sit Kawhi and Darius again, and that time they needed to because Darius picked up his 4th foul in the third quarter, and then for some reason they bring him back in, and he picks up a 5th. Just completely irresponsible. But you know what? The Clippers had a 13-point lead with 10 minutes ago. They don't need to score a bunch. If you defend for even 5 minutes, you're booking a flight to Phoenix. Actually, I'm booking a flight to Phoenix. I'm sure they already had bags packed. That's how they operate, And to let go of the rope that bad in that sequence, it was, first of all, give credit to the Warriors. They competed. They were down double digits twice on the road against a team that was superior to them. We know they were superior because the Clippers have beaten the Warriors 10 out of the last 11 times.
Jeez.
And the Clippers, they still scored. They scored plenty of points in the fourth quarter. I don't care. I do care that Kawhi didn't score any of those points when it mattered, but the Clippers had offense. The Clippers got a big 3 out of Darius Garland, a big 3 out of Brook Lopez. They maintained the lead, but they did not locate Al Horford at all in that fourth quarter. They didn't shut Steph Curry's water off. The defensive personnel was not ideal. And again, credit to the Warriors, but I've seen this from the Clippers so many times, and I'm not talking about the 80s and 90s, Rob. I'm just talking about what I've seen.
Why was that directed at me? Was that directed because I'm old?
I mean, depending on what 80s, I might not have been
here. The 2020s, from what we've seen. Like, the Clippers, they can't go out normal. They either have to get blown out or they have to take a big lead and then get blown out. That was a 20-point turnaround in the fourth quarter, and that's what's most disheartening. You got people who want to support the team. I'm not talking about media. I'm just talking about fans who want to be in that arena and talk about the team in public. And this is what the team rewards them with consistently every April or May.
So, all right, Law, 2 questions real quick. Obviously, do you expect Kawhi to be traded? And, will there be a coaching change or not? Like, just where are we going? Those are the 2 people I really want to know about. Tyronn Lue and Kawhi.
I'll start with Tyronn Lue. I mean, I don't expect anything to happen with Team Lue, not just because he's under contract, but this is an organization that they stand by the people that are entrusted to run the basketball operations. That's not just the head coach, but that's the front office as well. You guys might have heard that there's this investigation that is still being conducted by the NBA, and that is not concluded. And that's not going to affect Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue is one of the best assets that the Clippers have. It is troubling that, again, Tyronn Lue has been a credit to the Clippers, but at the same time, the ends of these runs, whether it's the playoffs or the play-in tournament, have been pretty lacking. It just, something's missing there. But I don't think they're going to upgrade at head coach, and I think they realize that. The bigger question is Kawhi. And really, that's not in the Clippers' control, because on one hand, this investigation, we got to see what the conclusions are. And they don't expect anything to happen. Kawhi doesn't expect anything to come out of it. Clearly, they expect to be completely exonerated, if you will, but at the same time, like, we can't say that until the NBA has their say in this. And after that, we'll have to decide if the Clippers have to decide what's the best course of action here, because it's almost like a lowercase Giannis, you know? Some of y'all know about lowercase G's. That's kind of what we're talking about.
Silent like lasagna. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're you know, this is quiet as kept, where it's like Kawhi's comfortable being in LA. He chose LA and the Clippers specifically after winning a championship in 2019. Like, we know that Kawhi has a lot entrusted in terms of being home, especially at this stage of his life and his career. Like, there's a lot of trust there. But now it's a matter of, he's mentioned it before during the winter, he's not playing with his peers anymore. He's not playing with guys his age and guys who are future Hall of Famers. He's playing with borderline all-stars at best, and it's like, how are you going to improve on this team? Well, I think a big date is May 10th, guys.
All right.
The lottery.
Well, we're up against it, Law. No, we appreciate your
May
insight
10th,
as
we'll
always.
be looking up for that.
Yeah, we'll have you back for that. Make sure you give him a follow. Law Murray,
Thank
you. Appreciate you, my guy, as always.
Hey, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
No doubt. Shop Talk on the way. I'm getting ready to exit the building. It is the odd couple, Rob, Kelvin, on a somebody's coming when I open the door. TV Things on Thursday, Fox Sports Radio.
Yes, it is the 10-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's final game in the NBA. You remember. Dropped a 60 ball.
That's right, 70 shots to make 60 points.
Hey.
Sorry about
22 of 50 shooting to help the Lakers beat the Jazz 101-96 at the end of a franchise-worst 17-65 regular season.
Stay focused, Rob G. That ain't the point.
No.
Nobody cares. All they remember is Kobe turned into the Black Mamba for one night and one night only. Went out like a champion.
That was so bad.
And I'm sure, Rob, you can appreciate
you are thrilled
what kind of performance Kobe put on there in his finale.
Yeah. I was there. It was lit, by the way. It was lit.
Come on, 50 shots to get 60 points. That's not impressive.
He was 50 years old. What did you want from him?
That was bad. That was the best.
Look at me in my eye as you put your glasses on. There's no way you can poo-poo that moment.
No, it just like, if he had like a day for the ages and, you know, like, dialed it up for one night. Like when you really just think about it.
Okay.
Listen, 50 shots for 60 points is crazy. Right? If he just takes all twos, he had to try that 100 shots, right? We're not talking about free throws. Got 60 points from 50 shots.
You're leaving out so much
impressive.
context.
Not impressive.
The context you're leaving out is, one, the man had been injured for like 4 years in a row. The team was bad. He was going, this was the end. Two, you're leaving out.
He should have gone out with a whimper.
You were leaving out what made that game lit, Rob G, as I was there, is he was missing shots, and it would start to get embarrassing in the beginning. Like, oh my gosh, is this how he's going to go out, right? Is he going to go out?
Like everybody else.
You're like
when
5
you're
for
old,
30, and you're nervous. And he's starting off bad. The crowd's groaning. Everybody's there. All his old teammates and celebrity. Everybody's like, oh, every shot, oh, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. And then he gets one to go, gets another go. And then he just goes full Kobe. And that's what made it crazy.
Kobe.
And what made it great was, at that point, he went peak 2006-ish, Rob G. Where I don't give a dang who else. Chris Mims, Smush Parker, Robert Sacre, I'm socking these shots right now. And that's what made it great, was there was no more, let's play the right way, let's run the triangle. I'm jacking all these shots, and he went peak Kobe being Kobe. And it was just fun to be there, and at a certain point, he was going crazy. Now, do I believe Gordon Hayward and the Utah Jazz are playing 100% of their best defense? No, probably a light 75, 80. But dang it was fun to be there. And I wasn't the biggest, like, Kobe taking bad shot guys throughout his career, but it was absolutely a spectacle. And lastly, it was great to see Kobe go out Kobe. Like, it would be like if Magic Johnson got to play one more game in his prime and towards the end, and he had 30 assists. You would say, man, that's Magic going out the most Magic Johnson way. Or Steph Curry going out with 15 threes in a game. You would say that's the most Steph Curry. Or Shaq bringing down a rim one more time. Man, Shaq went out the most Shaquille O'Neal way. And I think that's what also made it great, was Kobe just went out full Kobe. Guns blazing, blinders on, I don't care who's open, triple team, I'm shooting these shots. And it was fun to be a part of. There was a spectacle pregame. They had like a circus going down. What's that Chick Hearn court, I believe it is? On. Yeah, it was a lot, man. It was awesome to see. So it was just fun, man. It was absolutely one of the best sporting events I've been to. I haven't been to as many as you, but that's up there. That was one of those ones. It was just a great atmosphere to be at.
Yeah,
and you poo-poo that.
I'm poo-pooing it. I just because like if it was like I would have rather him had like a regular 40-point game, but not 50 shots for 60 points. It just seemed like it was
remembers
forced.
that, Rob. Just remember he hit the 60 piece.
I remember the 50 shots. What was it, Rob G? 22 for
50. Ain't that bad, actually.
22 for 50. The rest
Almost
of the
50%.
Lakers went 19 for 35.
Unbelievable.
Kobe went 6 for 21 from deep. The rest of the team went 0 for 4.
Don't tell Rob that, Rob.
Kobe went 10 of 12 from the free throw line. The rest of the team went 3 for 3.
He shot 21 threes?
21.
21 threes to get
these shots ain't going to shoot themselves,
They're
Rob.
not going to shoot themselves, Rob. Who was on the team that year?
Would you have rather had Roy Hibbert get shots?
No, Smush
Ain't
Parker,
no way,
my
Roy
cousin. Can Smush?
Let me tell
Tariq
you.
Black.
Was he on the team still?
Marcelo
Tariq Black.
Huertas.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Larry Nance Jr.
Ooh.
Jordan Clarkson.
Ended up being solid.
D'Angelo Russell.
Ended up being solid.
Take his phone away. The best player on that team other than Kobe was Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ended up being a good, really
He
good
only
player.
got 4 shots that game.
When I think of like great endings to people's career, that's just I'm going to say, and I don't know what his numbers are, but I think he went out the right way.
Because we're Saved by Keras.
Oh, Saved by the Bell. It's a jam. Saved by Keras.
Never seen him run that fast.
Nah. Well, let's get to that. It's the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by Free Road Hazard Protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. It is now time for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop, you know that. Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop, you know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
That's right. It is Shop Talk here on the Odd Couple segment. We talk about something happening outside of the world of sports. This week comes to us from internal.
What are we doing?
As
here?
we've been alluding to all show, we were the victims of a crime here at Fox Sports Radio.
Victims of a crime.
Thanks to
I thought Doug's not on the station.
Oh,
Sorry
gosh.
about that.
Thanks to one Kelvin Dub Washington, who hails from the mean streets of Flint, Michigan, allegedly.
Ann Arbor.
Wow.
Ann Arbor.
Whatever.
Ann Arbor. It's a big difference between Flint
and Ann Arbor. It is.
He claims that he's rough and tough, but we'll find out soon that is not the case. He came into the studio, left the door open behind him, and allowed a criminal into our building.
My criminal was not criminal at the time, but would
walked
become
away,
a criminal.
according to this very corporate email that we all got.
So what does it say?
With a paper bag filled with 3 rolls of tape, a business card,
Wait, why don't see the
hard
email?
hat. The hard hat that he left that Alex is wearing.
Respectfully.
So that was what he had?
He had it, he came, he saw, he conquered. All because Kelvin couldn't man the F up and stop the crime in action. Rob, here's the question to you, as you are his co-host. Are you more or less disappointed in Kelvin now, knowing that he's not, quote, about that life?
He's not about that life.
He's not.
And you know what? I'm offended too.
Why?
I'm going to say I'm offended.
Why are you
Tell us
offended?
why, Rob.
Because everybody ran to me like I knew who the person was who was coming in.
Now, listen.
And I was like, what are they talking about? Because if somebody does come, I usually have to say, right, hey, go open the door for somebody.
Do not come.
Nobody ever
I
just
held the door. I was like.
For clarification, the reason why they thought it was with Rob is because the person who came was described as a young man of African-American descent. So if you know anything about the Odd Couple, Rob knows all of them. And they're all mentees.
There was, listen, Your Honor, Rob
You
G.
did not
can I
think he
stay
was
with?
with. No,
I
you
was like,
did
dang.
not. No, you did not.
Maybe Rob has a new mentee.
Stop.
That's why he had 2 cups of coffee.
That's why he had
right?
2 cups of coffee.
Exactly.
I don't
Martin,
drink
get it.
cup. I
Hey,
get
I
it.
don't drink coffee. That's
No,
number one.
it was tea.
It was not tea.
It was. I
Stop
don't know what was in there. Okay.
All I'm saying is, you
No.
see somebody walking in
No,
behind
yeah.
you who you don't recognize.
No.
This is not like public people are going through this
No.
place. So that's what's weird.
In my defense, Your Honor, which I don't have much because I manned up and told y'all that's on your boy. My defense, Your Honor, is said criminal. Put the camera on, Alex. Now, said criminal came out of our other building. We have a few for our building. We have a connected building. And
But just because you're in that building,
no, that's
doesn't mean
facts.
you're
No.
right? Like,
So when they beeline here is when I thought, oh, does he maybe work here? Like maybe I don't know everybody who works in the building. So it was like, oh shoot, hey, how you doing?
yes,
kind of a thing.
you do know he didn't work here. Come on, there aren't that many black people who work here. So you didn't.
I don't know who.
I would
don't
have.
know.
I think that would have been. We would have known.
From the brother standpoint,
If they had,
Yes.
if there was a new black person at Fox Sports Radio,
Yes.
how
no,
long
I
do you
don't
think it
know.
would take
I'm
to know?
saying I don't know who's in that building. I mean this part sincerely. I don't.
You mean
I don't-
over there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not talking about here. I know everybody here.
Right.
I'm talking about in the connected part.
Oh yeah, I'd never been over there.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking the way he beeline here, like, oh, he must be somebody there.
Rob, you know what's the best part of that story that we just glossed over?
What?
He didn't follow K-Dot in. K-Dot held the door for him.
No,
K-Dot
Your
literally
Honor.
said, oh, what's up?
Your
Come on
Honor.
in.
Your Honor.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Good to see
You weren't there.
Glad to see you
Okay,
another
I'll
face
have
on
you
this
know,
side.
you weren't there.
He said, "Do you need Splenda for that coffee?"
I held the door open and said, "You're on." And by the way, we got some hard hats over there on the third door. No, I opened the door. Boom, we got 2 cups. I thought, "Oh, what's up?" Hey, just kind of like, oh, okay. I walked in and then got to talking and then
Point of clarification.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Pajamas or something,
Because
right?
because
No,
here's the
we
thing.
have the description here in
Yeah.
the very corporate email that we got.
Oh, let's hear it.
that
Does it have
our
what he had
bosses
on?
bosses now are chimed in on. An African-American male in his early
I'm mad
30s.
he was a brother. Now they gonna see now ain't no
Okay.
brothers can see that.
with a beard, thin build, and a baggy, shiny green dress shirt. That sounds like Rob back in the 80s. I'm not gonna lie.
A baggy, shiny. Okay, at least you're lucky he was wearing a dress shirt.
That's
because
what I
was
mean.
about to say.
Listen, I thought, hey, could be just swinging in,
All
work
right,
something, and so
the best story part of the story.
the hard hat is
No,
the
is
best part of
that
the story.
is that Kyrus, our
and then Kyrus went out there and manhandled.
ran after him.
So he booming around, and I'm like, all right, by now you should be doing what like.
Because
Come
Kyrus
in there.
yelled at him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, hey! And then they couldn't ran away, and then Kyrus
Chased him
booked it.
down.
Yeah,
He
then
ain't
they
gonna
got
lose
real.
no rolls of tape, bro.
Look,
Not around here.
Let me tell you something.
That was a
Kyrus,
440.
I just watched Kyrus walk out the door. He just left.
No, he was holding it down.
He just
Shout out to
left.
Kyrus.
Like no smile on his face. He's not.
No, he was
he's
not
happy
playing.
with you.
No,
Dub.
no, and listen, I told you, I took full responsibility.
Why they gotta bring
and
the mean out of me?
I'm still
Oh, wait a
mad.
minute.
I'm still
Where's my
mad at the
wallet?
said person.
My wallet's missing.
And what in the world was the hard hat part? That was the
He
part
just
that
grabbed
made,
something.
Respectfully.
that
He
was
just
the
grabbed
part that
something.
made me go because there was a bunch of us sitting over here. And I said, wait, does anybody know him?
He just
Because
walked
he's walking
by and
around
everybody
like
sitting there.
part of the village people.
Kyrus saved our lives.
Shout out to Kyrus. Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
In the top of the second inning, the Seattle Mariners and San Diego Padres are both scoreless. The Astros have a 2-0 lead over the Rockies in the top of the third. Rockies got 1 on and no outs. In the NHL, about 10 minutes left in the second period, Blues and Mammoth both tied at 2 apiece. In the Ending the first intermission, Ducks and Predators 2 apiece, and the Sharks have a 2-1 lead over the Jets. That's also at the end of the first intermission. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, the Tigers came back and beat the Royals 10-9. Tigers win 6 straight. Rays also on a 6-game winning streak as they scored 3 runs in the top of the 9th inning for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Giants blanked the Reds 3-0. Brewers beat the Blue Jays 2-1. In the NBA, the Players Association has granted petitions allowing Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham to be eligible for end-of-seasons awards, despite neither appearing in 65 games. I'm Martin Weiss.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 3.
Number 3.
What'd you say?
Number 3.
Oh, Mom's is I don't know if she's watching or she must be on YouTube. Never mind, she's watching. So shout out to Mama Dub.
I know she doesn't like me, but that's okay.
She don't dislike you.
Does Mama Dub open the door for random people?
No, Mama Dub don't play that. Mama Dub don't play that.
Homie don't play that. And
Homie
Mama
don't play
Dub
that.
don't
Mama
play
Dub
that.
don't play that.
Did she have to check and make sure her baby's safe?
No, she just was gangster like that.
Oh.
Yeah, she don't play. She probably gonna call me later about this.
All right.
And then she gonna call me about you too.
One more time, Mama baby. Hour number 3. It is the Odd Couple.
Hi,
Rob
Mama Dub.
Parker, Kelvin Washington here on Fox Sports Radio. Excuse me.
Boy, everybody said we don't need no more crazy going on. I'm gonna have to get CPR up in this one. I'm
not coughing.
Hey, we was gonna paper rock scissors for the Heimlich. Like, all right, I ain't do it. Y'all who paper rock scissors. Rob, Alex,
Rob, I'll
Martin.
kiss you to save you.
Yeah,
You
but
gotta
okay,
give
good.
me, you gotta give me mouth to mouth.
The good
I'll
thing
save
is
you.
the good thing is we've established it. So if it ever happens, because you always eating up in here, I
know.
So you never know, Alex. You up? Just know that if it's ever going down,
I'm down.
You up?
You wouldn't even save me if I'm choking.
No, I do owe y'all one. I had to save you one time.
Okay, one time. That's it. All right, let's do this. Don't forget, Foul Affair is coming up with J.R. I'm hoping, bro. Whenever I eat fast,
The worst part about it, you about to have hiccups now.
I know, it's so bad.
So this whole show, you about to try to be dead serious about a
I'm
subject
not.
too. You gonna be, and I just think it's, and if they really want to,
and also last call is coming up
you
as
look
well.
so sloppy
I'm
right
just-
now. Look where you got that hanging up.
They can't see
Now
that.
you talking.
I just can't.
This is just terrible.
I'm a fun guy.
Over under
I am a
Rob G
fun
and
guy.
Alex. Over under 2.5 hiccups before the segment ends.
Oh, way over.
Over Rob G. Over Martin. Over. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, here's one for sure. You ready?
Hey,
Go
Rob.
ahead. You won't make it 20 seconds without one
Hey,
happening.
Rob,
Go ahead.
over under one more person Kelvin lets in before the show ends.
Yeah.
Oh, big under. Big under. No, permanently. It might be over. You might cut your hair and I don't recognize you.
I was gonna
You
say
can't get in.
he might not let Patrick in. If Patrick was
Yeah,
coming
I might
You
be
work here still?
I
You
might be
still work
OD
here?
now. Yeah, it might be a little over the top.
You might
now.
see me behind him and still close it.
It might be over the top now.
All right, I think I'm okay now. So let's do this.
Here comes one, but go ahead.
No, this not coming. Rob G, there was some news, very big news, coming out of the NBA with the whole gambling situation, and Damon Jones had an announcement that they, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's a story that we talked about early in the NBA season. Remember, it overtook opening week, if you recall, where there was multiple incidences involving illegal gambling. Number one being sharing of inside information to aid in prop bets and also in just gambling on games. And number two, the other one being illegal poker games where they were basically defrauding people of money because they were rigged. And it involved several players, most notably Chauncey Billups lost his job over it, but also involved former NBA player and assistant coach Damon Jones, who today announced that he will become the first person to plead guilty in this gambling sweep that led to the arrest of more than 30 people. He has been charged in both of these separate cases with wire fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. He previously pled not guilty, but has since changed his tune, even though his attorneys maintain that he is not working with the feds on this one, for whatever it's worth.
The attorneys are saying that because he's saying, I might be giving up myself, but I ain't giving nobody. You know, he don't want to be known as like a snitch. Like that's
Frank Lucas.
Am I right? Is that what that's what the attorney? Because once you start talking to the feds, right? They want to strike a deal with you. They want to do something. You know what I mean? Do they want something? Yeah, they do.
Right.
They do. I mean, but this is interesting to me, Kelvin, because not guilty first, and now you've changed your plea to guilty. This is what we talked about to start with the NBA and the gambling. We've been talking about it forever. This is not isolated to me. This is not an anomaly, a one-off. This has potential because there's so many people around, not just the 12 or 15 players, trainers, masseuse, you know what I mean? Equipment managers. There's so many people around the sport that could profit from knowing situations. So-and-so's ankle's pretty bad. I'm probably not going to play tonight. Hello.
Imagine if you're the one taping it.
Am I right? Like
he ain't playing tonight, or he ain't playing a lot.
Exactly. Or something or a situation, or they're going to have him on a restriction, or he's not playing that. Like, there's so much inside information that people would be willing to pay for it. So there's temptation there. And Damon Jones played in the league. I know Damon Jones.
Yeah. Everybody knows Damon, yeah.
And he's a great guy. But he's in a hot water big time. There's no other way of looking at it. And now he's pleading guilty to being involved in this. This guy played in the NBA, had a nice career, you know what I mean, as a reserve kind of role player, right? Played with LeBron in Cleveland. I told you before, I was once walking in Miami, and he saw me walking to the hotel and told me to jump into his car. You know what I mean? To drop me off right at the door, which is nice. But this is significant, and if there are more people or more information, you don't think the feds want to know how widespread this is, Kelvin, and the idea of it?
I think for me, Rob, if it were just the insider information you're referring to, I would be less because it's so abundant, as you're talking about, it's obvious, and it happens. I'll give you an example. A lot of politicians do that. They know a new law is going to pass that will allow certain oil companies to blah, 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 and then they'll just, hey, you might want to go buy some shares of ExxonMobil. I'm just saying. And then all of a sudden you're like, why is such and such congresswoman, family members all making millions on all this stuff? Because it happens, they know it, and people just okay it. So it's bad, and he should be penalized for that. I think the worst part for me, Rob, because he's the only person that's involved in both sides. He's the only person.
But I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
It ain't that like flip like you just made it. Martha Stewart went to jail and
I'm
as a
talking
felon.
politicians.
No, but I'm just saying.
Our politicians do this
she had
all the
inside
time.
information.
I'm specifically saying, I'm with you.
I'm just
but
saying.
This is the same. I'll give you why I'm being specific about that. Because if you and I go bribe somebody, we go to jail. If a lobbyist bribes somebody, it's lobbying. If a politician who has all the insights to new levels and restrictions and standards that are happening, then go and say, you might want to go buy this mobile. It happens all the time. So my only point in saying that is, I'm not saying that's not wrong. I'm saying that happens. When human beings get information.
But this is new to sports because sports wasn't a part of the Lexion for a long time. They would never do anything in Las Vegas. They're going to have a team there. It was taboo. Major League Baseball wouldn't mess with Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. They were greeters at the door at a casino in Atlantic City. And baseball said you cannot wear a uniform in any public event. You can't come to Old Timers Day. It used to be that starch. And all I'm saying now is with gambling being so in the forefront, I'm telling you, you're going to have more situations. Because now even Chauncey Billups was involved in something. I don't know what the sports gambling, But he was involved in.
So this is right, but this is where I was going.
Okay.
So this is why Damon is an interesting one because he's the only one in all of the 30 people that have been arrested that's in both parts of it. The games that were set up and the insider. And so where I'm going, that's why I'm saying the insider is one thing. The part to me that's bad is the games because you set guys up you knew. You set guys up that were your friends. You set guys up that you are just in the fraternity of the league. Yo, what's up? We're going to be out in such a come through. We got to get – and you got guys in there excited, having a good night. We're going to gamble, have some fun.
I don't know. Were there NBA players?
Rob G are NBA players, right?
No.
That were at the games?
No.
The betting games?
No, they were like really rich people. There were no NBA players.
Thought they said it was some players that came, but
no,
that's the part I don't.
That would be different.
I think that the way it was phrased was they were using come play with NBA players,
right? Like they're the whale
And,
to bring them there, but
that's where Chauncey got in trouble.
Exactly.
Yeah. But my point with it is I just don't like the idea of being part of setting up something. Like if you it's all
bad.
wrong.
That's bad.
But that's what I'm saying. You said bringing people in under the guise of we're about to have a good time, we're gonna throw some money out, have some fun.
No, they use them to lure
and
they're playing with NBA people. Oh my God, you're playing with
right. But knowing all of this, when you look at all the details of those games, knowing how fixed it is, knowing the cards were stacked, the deck was stacked, knowing all this stuff, that just makes it horrible. So you and I have gone ad nauseum to this conversation of what do sports league do? Prop bets, right? How many minutes? How many shots? We talk about the time. They had the whole thing where all those college basketball players got into it a year or so ago. It's hard to tell a player, hey, man, we're not saying don't shoot threes. I'm just saying maybe you shoot more than 7 tonight. Nobody would look at that. He took some shots. Baseball, we've had it happen multiple times. First pitch being over 97 miles per hour.
All I'm saying is this is going to happen more, not less. Not, oh, my God, they caught Chauncey or Damon Jones pleaded guilty. I'm never going to do that again. Are you kidding? There's so much, Kelvin, to be made, but they monitor. People don't even have any idea. You don't think they monitor how much money is bet on certain things? That's how they got the pitcher in Cleveland, Class A. Like normally $5,000 is bet on the first pitch of the fourth inning. Tonight,
100,000 just came.
100,000 came through.
Well, that's what happened with Damon.
Right.
They had a bet that was like 5,000 or something. And then the next time, it was 100,000.
Right, normally, because they know what the normal amount that goes on those kind of things. So when they see a bump in money.
It was 100,000 at Anthony Davis. He told somebody, hey, you might want to put some money on AD. AD ended up playing 27 points, 12 rebounds. They win the game. He said, put it on, and the Lakers are going to lose because they think AD's not going to play. They played. He played great. They win. The person goes at Damon, where's my money? I want my money back. And they couldn't get their money back from Damon. And that's how it got. Yeah, it's just, so when you didn't, like all the time, greed is always going to get people caught up. So when you, to your point, if you were just making, frequent bets of 3,500, no, you got 100,000 on a, they're like, that's something off about that.
Tuesday night, this came out of nowhere. Why are they betting?
And that's what happens every time. Why is this college game all of a sudden this kid who's at some small school? That's what happened. They were all small schools in that college ring. Why is all this big money coming on this?
I still look at all the sports are guilty. They're all in bed with it. But Adam Silver really embraced it, and we talked about it before. And when you go to Cleveland, they have a betting place, I don't know which one it is, inside the arena. Mm-hmm. I mean, he wrote an op-ed piece for the New York Times about gambling and the NBA embracing it. And the idea, I still believe, that if you want to get any kind of control about this, you got to end the prop bets. Those are by far the easiest thing to be able to give out information and to help and manipulate. Am I right?
No,
7 threes. I can be under 7 threes if I want to be.
Am
I right?
Listen, people reviewed all the Malik Beasley videos, and there were some odd occurrences. And he was been exonerated. And by the way, I do believe Rozier, Beasley, some of these guys, it's all alleged, but I think there was a push for the NBA to say, nah, nothing happened. Because you just can't have that compounded, right? Back-to-back guys. It was Rozier, Beasley.
But why is Beasley? Why didn't he play this year?
This leads to my point. I think there's, how you got somebody who might have got off on something, let's say legally, guy in the neighborhood doing something, but we know, what I'm saying?
Because nobody.
Because you would think the Pistons would be, hey, we need a three-point shooter. We got a guy who was lighting it up last year for us. He was ironically enough, he was one of their great guys in the locker room because he was one of the veterans to a young team. So you would think, and I've been saying, where is B? Why wouldn't I just think there might be a little bit of smoke around that fire, and so maybe you got away, but people might know, and they'd rather not be around it. Who knows? But yeah, I think leagues are going to have problems, and I think only thing I think Adam Silver is saying, this is going to happen. Is there a way we can profit off of it, or maybe try to jump in front of it? Because once you have these apps and abilities for kids and teenagers to have, and people just gamble right there on their phone with ease and do prop bets and how many yards this quarter and how many pass attempts and how many shot attempts, I think the league said, we're doomed. We might as well get in and cash in on this.
Yeah, but I just think that if you eliminate the prop bets, you have a chance.
That will help.
That's all I'm saying. Like it's again, you just brought up the Anthony Davis. Like, games are harder. They are. I'm not saying they're impossible unless you have a player who's point shaving or something like that. But I'm saying, and that's
prop
hard.
Bets are easy.
Prop bets are easy, and that is if they have a thing. If I want to,
if it's Rob Parker plus 8 rebounds, I can get 8 and not get more.
What? Let me see the score sheet. Okay,
because a rebound is a rebound. Like, I don't know if you're out there trying to get rebound. I don't know.
Crazy. All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. And where are you on this whole Damon Jones? Damon Jones pleading guilty to this. Yeah. What do you think is going to come of this from Damon Jones? We'll continue that conversation next. What do you think is going to come? Is this going to shed a light on the NBA and that this is more common than we think? You know, because he could have fought and stayed with not guilty and maybe beat the case. You know what I mean? That they didn't have enough evidence, but obviously they must have enough. 877-99 on Fox. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you're with Kelvin and got some coffee in the US of A.
Can't stand you.
2 cups.
Yeah, this is a crazy story, guys. When you consider where the Celtics are relative to where we expected them to be. Like, people thought this was going to be a gap year. No JT. Jaylen Brown's cool. Derek White's fine. But realistically, maybe they're a play-in team at best. Well, now, as we move forward, they're looking like the team to beat in the Eastern Conference, according to all the odds makers. And a big reason why is because Jaylen Brown has taken the next step in a big way. And Jason Tatum has proven to be more back from his Achilles injury than anybody could ever expect. Which made it very interesting that over the weekend, the Athletic's Sam Amick made headlines when he wrote in a column and then doubled down on FanDuel TV, saying that it depends on how these playoffs go. If the Celtics are one and done or they're out in the second round, don't be surprised if they decide maybe it's time to break up the Jays.
Okay, so that's a bad column by Sam Amick.
More specifically,
that's a bad column.
It's time to break them up for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Why is it bad?
Because he said, "Don't be surprised." That's not telling like he is. The column should be. I'm dead serious. That they should break them up, and here are the reasons why. Not don't be surprised if they break them up, because you're not really saying anything, and it's okay for him as a columnist to just say,
this is why I think they should
break them up and bring in Giannis with one of these two. That's all.
Well, the idea of it, and I get your point on the
that's
column.
all. I'm just saying that's his license as a columnist.
That's kind of what the point is.
That's
Give
the
us
point.
your opinion.
Exactly.
I personally ain't breaking up the Jays. Jaylen, Jason, stick around. I like what they've been able to do. I think they've been incredible together. You've got now, 8 years, give or take, together. They've been to a couple of 9 years. This is season 9. They've gone to 2 finals. They've won 1. They've been to 5, 6 Eastern Conference finals. And I think they've been, as we talked with Gary who covers the team, They've been able to grow together. They've been able to kind of, that I have a good friend. Shout out to my very good friend Victor, man. And over the years, we've been able to grow together and have that natural competitiveness. Like, I'm doing well, I'm growing here. Oh, you do? Okay, I love it. And it's iron sharpening iron. And I think they've been able to do that as well. And so I like what they have, considering, too, it's not like they're 34 and it might be time to break up Pippen and Jordan because they were in their 30s. And they're young. They're like 28. So to me, I'm not breaking this up. And specifically, I'm not breaking it up for Giannis. You asked why? I'll tell you. Giannis is often injured now. He's been injured pretty much every season now. The severity will change, but he's been injured. Secondly, Giannis, when not injured, hasn't really elevated his team in what you all call the Eastern Conference. So if you're in the Eastern Conference, you're one of the 1, 2, 3 best players in the league. Why are we not elevating? Why are we not always in the Eastern Conference Finals at minimum, let alone the finals? And I just saw Jaylen Brown, Rob, who we just all acknowledged. We thought, they'd be, 6 seed, 7 seed, because they got some guys around there. They got the same coach. Maybe they'll fight. We didn't expect them to be competing for the number 1 seed in the East. They ultimately didn't get it, but he did that without 90-some% of the games without Jason Tatum. And I think that would be the guy most people would look to get rid of. If they were to have to get rid of the Jays, they would get rid of Jaylen Brown. And I don't like that. I'm not getting rid of him. His temperament, I think he makes the team competitive and feel like they got some fight. His heart, he elevated his game. He found a way to get even better. We thought he was good, but he got even better. I think not making that Olympic team added a little fuel to him. He's great on both ends. So I'm not trading a Jay for a Giannis just because I don't think it's ultimately worth it. I don't know if Giannis is going to stay healthy enough. I don't know if he elevates the team, and I might have to give up too much, and that's what makes the Celtics special. All the other guys around, they're really a really deep team. And if I had to, I'm not so sure I'm giving up Jaylen like everybody would expect you to. I like what he does for that team. So I'm not with it. Giannis is incredible, but I'm riding with the Jaylens and Jasons and going to see where these Jays can take us for another 5 years. I like them kind of wanting to be better than each other and keep building up, the high tide rising, the whole ship here. And I'm not getting rid of that yet. Now I'll pass. You can have him. Maybe he go to Miami, go to the Knicks. But if I'm the Celtics, I like what I have here.
It would have to be like to me, even the Giannis thing, I'm not like wanting to do that. It would have to be such I don't know who it could be, you know what I mean, to make me want to make that, but it is hard to break up because they've had so much success together and they seem to be able to coexist.
Classic.
Kyrus
is crazy. Oh, Martin going crazy because Martin. Oh, I know you was a little 5-year-old kid loving when this came on. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday, which at some point, Alex, you might just have to play like some crime song. We had a crime happen earlier. Last call on the way. Foul or fair with J.R. Gamble on the way. What was that? On the way. And also, don't forget, you can stream us live wherever you happen to be in the iHeartRadio app. Catch us in all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7. And the new and improved iHeart app, just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app, and it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Go ahead and do that. We'll just take a few calls here. Just Damon Jones pleading guilty.
Changed his plea.
He did change it, which, listen, they already have some of the text messages he has telling him, hey, put on the Lakers and da-da-da. So clearly they had enough evidence to him to be like, bruh, you want to really fight this?
Right.
So he changed his tune. He pleaded guilty. And Rob and I were just wondering, what does this do? If you're the NBA, do you try to change prop bets? Does it just go away like a lot of things do societally? Do you care about it? Or any changes need to be made? Or is this just the beginning of a bigger storm coming? 877-99 on Fox.
I'm in the latter. I think there's a bigger storm coming. I just think that there is so many opportunities for NBA players and employees to cash in on this, and the temptation will be hard. It just will be. Will in Wisconsin, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Will? How are you?
I'm good, Rob. What's going on, Kelvin?
What up, Will?
Oh, nothing much. Rob, to your point about the, canceling the prop bets or at least trying to target them in another time, and certainly a less emotionally charged time, either socially or whatever, you might have some oversight from Congress. I mean, honestly, I remember being a kid in the mid-'90s, and when the whole deal came up with baseball, it was something that they had to address. I mean, it just was, not just from, a whole government, but the game, in order for the game to get beyond that point and to get to, kind of even where they are with, revamping the rules and stuff, like it's something they're going to have to address. Now, if they won't get rid of prop bets, I think some of the bigger sports betting books are going to have to put some pressure and just say, hey, or at least some corollary support and say, hey, we'll take a list of players from each league that we can do these prop bets on. And if some of those smaller sports betting books are still doing it, these guys that are the Terry Rozier level, like not key contributors, like Anthony Davis with a prop bet is a little bit different from Terry Rozier. And I think that maybe if they kind of approach it from that, they can be a little bit more positive with dealing with it, but it needs to be dealt with. And if the league isn't going to do it, there's going to need to be some oversight. Remember that guy from West Virginia had that whole deal with the NCAA. But one of them is going to have to take the lead on this if they want to clean this up.
I agree.
There is something, Rob, where a lot of people.
Will.
Appreciate the call, Will. Where some will say the good thing about this is because it's being monitored more. This is how you'll catch people. If it was just all underground in the black market, if you will.
Well, I'm sure there are people who haven't been caught too. You know what I mean? But I agree with you. I mean,
that's the one side someone will say is that at least because it's on FanDuel and DraftKings and all this other stuff, we have more access to the information so we can see, this John Doe.
Yeah, but you can also still do it and spread out the money. Like when you put you know what I mean? Like that's another way you beat the system is that all the money, you don't go to the window with $100,000. You know what I'm saying?
We'll tell them that.
Yeah, that's not the bet you want to do. All right, Johnny in Virginia, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny?
Hey, Jerome's in the house. Jerome is in the house.
Jerome.
Watch your mouth. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, let me just say this. Tim Donahue, whatever his name was doing this 20 years ago. So the NBA has a much bigger problem around betting on games. Tim Donahue didn't like somebody looking at him the wrong way, and that was 6 fouls right there. So they got a bigger issue than Chauncey and Damon. So they got to figure that out because to Rob's point, if I don't want to make 7 threes, I don't have to make 7 threes.
That's easy.
Too easy.
Am I right? That's too easy.
So much of that.
What? Just step on the line, take a step forward. If somebody says something, you could be like, I had a better shot a step closer. There was no defender in front of me.
Even minutes, right?
Hey, Rob,
plus or minus.
And
20.
Rob,
go ahead.
Let me say this real quick. I was in Hawaii last week for an anniversary, and you asked a question. You said, hey, what's your wife's name? And then my wife heard her name on the radio. Man, everything was great after that.
Is that right?
It was.
See? I was looking out for you. I had to make sure you said hi
that
to
was
your
last
wife.
month? What was that? March?
That
Let me do
was
some math.
that was earlier this month. But yeah,
All right,
Rob took care of me on that one.
Hey, I'm gonna talk to you in February.
Oh, stop. Here we go.
I'm gonna talk to you in February. You know, a little January effect, little baby or something might come from that Hawaii
Nice.
trip.
I'm glad they had a good trip to Hawaii.
Yeah,
I've been like 5 times. I love that place.
been twice.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah.
Aruba, that was the other one. But yeah, I've been twice. Good time.
Aruba, Jamaica.
Yeah, you've been to Antarctica too. I didn't show
Where's
my
that
wife
one
that.
spot, Rob, you want to go?
Oh.
I can't go there.
Caragua.
It's like a Spanish-speaking
No, I'm not doing
area.
No, that's
Where
top
was
tier.
it?
I'll be out the door with the
Yeah,
other
dude,
guy. I'm just saying.
Karis will be chasing you.
Just
He'll
don't
be
take
chasing me
no.
out.
Just don't take no
Hey,
tape.
what did you say? And then he'll just run after me.
Don't take no tape. All right, foul or fair foul?
What kind of tape was it? Was it like a?
Scott, proud imagine.
Was it like
It
no?
was
What was it?
expensive duct tape.
Was it? Oh, it was duct tape.
Expensive.
I'll tell you what, Elijah gave me some of that really fancy black tape one time. Don't tell nobody.
It's expensive.
That's the one I would have took.
Yeah. You
Okay,
just told
so
everybody.
I didn't know if there were old tapes of shows, like
What is it? Beta?
no, like Doug Gottlieb's old shows or something.
That's
I'm
two.
just saying.
That's two in an
He's a
hour.
big fan of Pat O'Brien from back in the
Pat
day.
O'Brien.
Jay Moore.
What was the other?
Jay Moore.
What was it?
Jay
What was the
Moore,
one that the Loudmouths or what do they call? What was that other show? The Hard Line? No, what was the other show?
The Loose Cannons?
The Loose Cannon.
But that was
Wow.
Pat O'Brien.
That was
Yeah, that's POB and Steve Hartman.
Steve Hartman was on that, and
what about
Rob and
JT and the Brick?
JT, maybe you wanted some Rob Dibble clips?
Yeah,
You know,
Shout out to Dibs, man.
You know what I didn't do in 1981? I didn't open the door for somebody with the Raiders.
What about Daybreak?
But he did have on a Raiders golf
Yeah, the
shirt.
Raiders
So
golf. I
said,
thought he could get
hey,
in.
Come on in.
Come on in. Yeah.
He asked me trivia about 1972 Raiders. I said, come on in.
I figured he had on a Raiders.
For a minute, I thought it was Al Davis. Then I realized, I'm sorry.
Martin, save us, bro.
Kelvin, check the email. What's it say? Somebody broke in and left some tapes of the Doug Gottlieb show on Fox Sports Radio.
Wow.
That's two. You ain't mentioned in a while. You two in an hour.
But the difference is,
All right, I have a new request, Rob G.
Okay.
The next time we make a bet, I don't want it to be Frontwater Sparks game. You got to go to one of Doug's team's games.
Huh?
I'll pay for your flight.
to go to Wisconsin. Hey, but Spirit's going to be
I
closed
know I might
by the
pay a
side.
pretty penny.
Hey.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Spirit.
I am bummed out.
What are you going to do?
That might be last call. You talk about
I
that.
have a ticket for Saturday, next Saturday to Houston.
Might not be
I might have to,
All right.
eat it.
I got to tell a true story about Rob Parker. We were both on a Spirit flight, flying back from, I think, a conference, NNVJ, something like that. I walked back to the seat that I was assigned to. Rob is in there, Grand Poobah,
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
in the big,
Oh, yeah.
the big front seat. All right. About 15 minutes later, the flight attendant comes by and says, "You can go sit up in the front." Rob, on a status alone, said, "Can you get this guy out of this seat up into the big front seat?" I'll tell you, look, this is a big day for Rob. No Spirit.
Rob.
This is a lot. You get the Champipple.
Listen,
They gave you a gold little
I was a gold
jet
member.
thing.
look, I think they gave it to him just off the strength.
Yeah.
He said,
I'm
"I'm
sure
Rob
they
Parker,"
did.
and they said, "Oh, you know what? That $75 seat from this $30 flight, we'll waive it."
Exactly.
We'll waive
You
it
might
for
be
you.
the only person on a Spirit flight who had a TV. You might be.
All right. The Padres lead the Mariners 4-0 in the third inning. Colorado and Houston tied 2 apiece in the fourth inning. In the NHL, the Blues and the Mammoth are tied 3 apiece. The Predators with a 4-3 lead over the Ducks. 4 minutes left in the second period. 2 minutes left in the second period. The Sharks lead the Jets 3-1. And the Kings and Flames scoreless. 4 minutes left in the first period. 7:15 left in the first period. The Oilers lead the Canucks 2-1. Oilers on a power play. Elsewhere in Major League Baseball, the Parker Message took a no-hitter into the ninth inning. Guardians won 4-2 over the Orioles. Angels beat the Yankees 11-4. Tigers came from behind to beat the Royals 10-9. Tigers won 6 straight. Rangers rallied for 4 runs in the top of the ninth inning for a 9-6 win over the A's. Rays also winners of 6 straight. They scored 3 runs top of the ninth for a 5-3 win over the White Sox. Nationals first baseman James Wood had the game go-ahead RBI in the 10th inning for the Pirates to of Nationals to beat the Pirates 8-7. Two new reports out of New York today. That Giants defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence wants off the team, adding that contract talks have not only broken off, but there are no new talks on the immediate horizon. And the 65-game rule has been questioned. At least the NBA and the Players Association granted petitions allowing Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham to be eligible for end-of-season awards, despite neither one of them hitting that prerequisite 65. Doncic played 64, missed 2 to be at the birth of his child. Cade Cunningham played 63, missed 12 due to a collapsed lung. Anthony Edwards played 61. He was denied by in-between arbitrator. Fellas, back to you.
That's where the beef will come right there, Martin. Thank you, man. Have a great night. Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV thing on Thursday. Getting straight to it. Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble. Let's go.
That ball is. It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up? I don't believe it! My, oh my!
Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
That's right. It is Foul Affair, the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. We discuss all the biggest headlines in Major League Baseball. In order to do so properly, we're going to bring in our friend, the man, the myth, the legend, J.R. Gamble.
Let's get it. What's up, fellas?
What's happening?
What up? We're behind. We're going to get straight to it. Let's go, Rob G.
All right, I got 3 baseball topics, and because JR is the star, the segment gets the first crack at every single one, so let's get to it. From 2021 to 2025, Giants DH Rafael Devers ranked 8th in homers, 8th in RBIs, 4th in doubles through his first 17 games this season, though. He only has 3 extra base hits and a career-worst 28.6 strikeout rate. Now, Devers got to a slow start last year, and he bounced back. So, JR, here's the question. Foul or fair to say Devers' slow start is much ado about nothing?
That is it. It's a fair ball. It's baseball. You know, it's a slow start. And like you said, he's been a traditional slow starter, so I can't go crazy 17 games into the baseball season. We know that the best players heat up and go on torrid stretches, and the best of them, including the likes of Judge, Ohtani, they go into slumps in which they look like high school players at times. So ask me at the All-Star break, and I can tell you right now, the paint isn't even dry on the season. And let's not act like he doesn't have one of the weakest lineups, fellas. They're dead last in home runs, San Francisco, with 9, not even double digits.
Fair.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say fair. Same points you Aaron Judge, the greats. Aaron Judge and Shohei both had slumps. Slow start for Shohei. Kyle Tucker with the Dodgers. So it happens. It's baseball. 162 games.
Yeah, his resume fair. I'll say the same thing. The resume's too good. He's a proven hitter in the big leagues, and he's just off to a really
Juan
slow
Soto
start.
did that last year.
Juan Soto.
But you called him Sosa. That was great. I was watching you live. And ended up having a good season.
He
so
did. He was in the MVP voting.
Yep.
All right, question number 2. Foul or fair with the Odd Couple. J.R. Gamble sitting in with the fellas.
Now, this one stinks right here.
J.R., the Mets have lost 8 in a row, having scored just 12 total runs during the streak. Shout out Jason Smith. And last night after the game, both Bo Bichette and Clay Holmes admitted that they have no idea how to stop the bleeding this early in the season. So, J.R., foul or fair to say that this is setting up to be another nightmarish season in the Big Apple?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Actually, I'm not sure, but something about the Mets that always seems to just, miss the mark. Of course, when you give one guy $765 million, you're saying basically to me that you can't win without him. So Soto not being there for a while hurt. That losing makes sense to me. His presence changes the lineup dramatically. You're not replacing, his bat or impact with anybody else. So the fact that these guys like Bichette aren't picking up the slack yet, and they're slumping at the same time, it tells me the bats are going to come around. So lucky for them, no one's running away with the NL East anytime soon, and one 8-game win streak can take you from worst to first.
Yeah, I'm going to say foul as well.
That is a foul ball.
It's just, if Soto was playing, right, and then lost 8 in a row and only scored 12 runs, then I'd have a problem. I really would if he was in the lineup. He's not in the lineup. And when you don't have a big bat and a guy like that, you can pitch around the other guys, and there's nobody else you're afraid of. I know Bo Bichette's in the lineup and whatnot, but I think Soto being out is a big reason for the drought.
But you guys just led me to why I think it's fair. Because it's 162 games, and if Soto's, you miss time sometimes. You might go on the IL. Like, things happen. and your team needs to be able to have some fight. And what I heard was no fight already. I don't like that. I don't mind you losing. That happens. We talked about it. But to not have fight and be throwing in the towel and sound all woe is me, I mean, you got to be able to fight. Just if your guy's out for a little bit, you should be able to compete.
Throw the towel in.
Throw the towel in already.
Throw the towel in.
The division's close.
All right, last one, Fowler Fair, JR Gamble, MLB.com, sitting in with Rob and Kelvin. Here we go, guys. Let's say the best for last. Mike Trout put on a show in the Bronx.
He just hit another home run.
He said, to hell with Aaron Judge. I'm coming for MLB Bro of the Year. He became the first opposing player ever to homer in 4 consecutive games in Yankee Stadium. He hit a total of 5 homers in 4 games, putting on a show. He's now up to 7 homers on the season in 18 games, currently leading the AL in runs scored coming into Thursday. JR, foul or fair to say the big fish Mike Trout is back, baby?
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Because he never left. He just always hurt or unavailable, it seems, in the last half decade or so. But if Trout plays, we know he's going to post crazy numbers. We know this. But he battles injuries. He's missed some parts of seasons recently when the Angels might have been able to at least, make a run at the wild card. So I'm not surprised by anything Mike Trout does. His resume speaks for itself. I need to know how long he's going to be on the field and if the Angels can count on him for 140 games. He's going to rake regardless. He's one of the all-time greats.
I'm going to say fair.
It's a fair ball.
Here's why I say it. Because not only is he swinging the bat, right? He's batting like 239, 240, right? With the 7 home runs. But he's playing center field again. You remember last year he played right field because he wasn't healthy enough and they were trying to keep him from being injured. He's back roaming center field. That means he's back and he feels like he's healthy.
You led me to the part I was going to say. It is fair, and it is fair because of what you just mentioned with the help. And then also to me, I like him embracing the moment. I'm in the Bronx. People know what it is.
He's from Jersey.
I'm showing up from Jersey, tri-state area. And then the ball out against the Yankees, I just like what I'm seeing, right? I'm liking the energy. And I think there's a little element of Aaron Judge is that guy. He knows his peers. Shohei's that guy a few miles up the road. Don't forget your boy. And I think there's there's an element of him that this year wants to put, hey. It's not that they're not great, but don't put me in there and on their level.
All right.
That's Fowler Fair.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. We'll do it again.
I think there's
man. Speak soon.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I think there's a part of that. I do.
You know what I mean? Like
because we've forgotten him the last 5 years.
We have.
You say that like we
and
don't.
He's 30.
Years,
I just was playing with Shohei 3 years ago. Like, hold on now.
What happened? Right.
So, all right. Appreciate it, JR, and always good to do that with him. Now on the way, last call, 877-99 on Fox. Last call. You want to get in? Your chance to do so. This is your chance to do it.
And
right
we
now.
haven't talking about security issues or Spirit. Let's talk
Security,
about Spirit.
security might call. Actually, that might be the last.
Security
call.
at Spirit. How about that?
Yeah, let's
bring
do
it together.
Let's talk about Spirit.
Now, you talk about who we needed.
I'm bummed out that Spirit might not
Alex,
be here.
get the sad music ready.
Next Saturday, can I make my last flight? Can they cease after I get back on Monday?
You know what? You have so many mileage, so much mileage, so many miles and so much mileage. You might get a solo flight for our last flight for Rob Parker. And it might just be you by yourself. The last flight, just you, all the champagne you want, all the room for your 6'5" self.
All right.
They might do that for you. Last call, get in, 877-99 on Fox Sports Radio.
But they have decided that on Saturday, when every other team is playing on Prime and you got to pay big money just to watch it, the marquee game of the night, the marquee first-round matchup, KD versus LeBron, Part 4. These guys are going at it again. Now, when they go head-to-head, it's usually fireworks. LeBron averages 32, 10, and 9. KD averages 32, 8, and 5. They're both, according to ESPN, the only duo in NBA history to meet in 10 or more playoff games and each average over 30 points per game. Now, KD's got the head-to-head matchup, 2 series to 1, 9-5 overall, and by all indications, he's going to make it 3-1 because the Rockets are heavily favored against the Lakers.
Give me KD any day of the week against LeBron James. We've seen him on the big stage produce. We've seen him go at LeBron, make big shots in LeBron's mug. I'm all about KD, even at this advanced stage for both of them. And obviously, the Lakers are shorthanded. But even if they had the full strength, I still would go over KD in the postseason. Those finals when he went up to San Francisco or the Bay Area, whatever you want to call it, when they were playing there before they moved to San Francisco, KD came up big. It's very seldom do you see that because you don't see that anymore, which people match up against each other and you're actually.
I miss those days.
Yeah, you know where a guy would be like, I got him. I got to, I'm going to guard him for the whole game or whatever. And you got to make plays over stars. And in both of those playoff runs, right? And I should say those championships, it was KD making a shot in LeBron's mug, coming up big, and KD to me, because the one he gets no credit for, which I get it because they wound up losing, and that was where the Bucks wound up being able to go and win the NBA championship. That probably should have been KD's with Brooklyn that year. And KD made the big shot, but had his big toe on the line. That's a shot that was taken from him. You know what I mean? Like could have changed everything. It really could have. Because remember, Kyrie was hurt.
What's new?
Right.
Unfortunately.
And James Harden was he played, but he wasn't himself. You know what I mean? He was subpar because of injury. And KD wound up coming up big in that series, and it went 7 games. The Nets lost that game, the Brooklyn Nets. But I remember just KD and the heroics when people thought that was the game winner that would have sent them to the next round, and instead his toe was on the line. They lost in overtime, and that was it. So he's performed in big stages and big situations. LeBron has won a lot. A lot of other people have made big shots and big moments. And not to say that he didn't obviously do anything.
But you think?
But there aren't that many moments where you remember LeBron just.
What?
No, there aren't many for me. Well, other than you want to say the block? I remember Kyrie's 3-pointer. Like that. That's what.
So you don't remember Lorenzo when he was running through Toronto?
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember Orlando Magic when he hit the game? You don't remember he goes crazy on Boston?
No, I don't remember that. I remember him.
You don't remember he game winners on the Pacers, game winners on the Wizards? Why is all this top of mind for me?
Because I remember him taking his headband off down in Miami against who was it?
The Spurs? You talking about?
Yeah, when they thought they were going to lose. Yeah, the Spurs, right? Was that the one when Kawhi missed the free throws? Yeah, that was the one where LeBron was torn. Was like, because he didn't play that well.
No, because I don't like how you doing this, Rob. You spent all this time over. I mean, he did a little bit. He he was a role player.
I don't remember
Like shout out to my guy Big Shot Bob or something. You out here, he did his thing, but what?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember it. Boy, that's why I'm glad I'm here. And you know what else? I'm glad Elijah. Put the camera on me. See, this is how I know. This is why I be prepared for you. Because I knew you were going to try to do this. Oh, man, KD just... Let me tell you what AI says about Rob Parker. Put the camera on me.
What are you talking about?
Rob Parker is a vocal critic of Kevin Durant, frequently labeling him selfish and NBA dead regarding his impact on team success following his Warrior tenure. Parker has criticized Durant's trade demands, questioned his GOAT status, and argued that American players, not foreigners, are responsible for the All-Star Game's lack of effort. This is what AI says, because I already knew you was going to be on this.
But wait a minute.
And I'm not done with you.
I didn't talk to Allen Iverson. How's he going to say that
Shout
about
out to
me?
the real AI. You sat here right there and told me how the Rockets weren't going to be nothing. And how terrible this signing, KD. It meant nothing.
They're not going to be better than they were. And that was my point. But they're going to beat the Lakers. They're going to beat the Lakers.
I will give
They're going to beat the Lakers.
I will concede to you that Kevin Durant with the Warriors was incredible. Like, that was the best.
But some people act like it wasn't.
I agree. Oh, he just barely.
No, he did not.
He was lucky to be on that. He barely. No. He was better than Steph. Yes, Steph is a magnet. I'll give you that. He draws people. KD was in his apex. I ain't know his name though.
I'm a fun guy.
I didn't know his name, and I let
How
him
dare
in.
you? Put all our lives in jeopardy.
Not only did I let him in, turn the music down.
You held the door.
I let y'all down. You're supposed to have like some TV effects, like. Well, we'll get to that in a minute with Rob. And it is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the TV thing song Thursday.
I should have known something was wrong. I felt a gun in my back, and I just realized. Like,
that's what it was. Wait, from Spirit or the guy?
No, I'm just saying that stranger who
The
came
stranger.
in here.
I know if it was Spirit, like telling you, like it's over. If you missed any of today's show, be sure to catch the podcast. Just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your pods. And also, please follow it, review it, rate it 5 stars, all that good stuff. Search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. You're going to find today's show full of best of version as well. Rob G working hard to get that all up for you. All right, it's now time for Last Call.
This is the last call.
Last call.
It's last call. Last call time on the Odd Couple.
This is what
Last
they're saying
call.
at the Spirit counter right now at
Last
LAX.
call.
Last call. I'm just saying.
I ain't going to lie. I had a great run with Spirit. As you know, they got like a hub in Detroit. I had a great run with Spirit.
I'm with you. All right, Orlando in El Paso. You are the last caller here on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, guys. Thank you for taking the call.
Yes, sir.
Listen, I'm going to get back to the gambling thing. Listen, this is not the first time. This won't be the last time. The truth is these damn leagues are very greedy. They all need that gambling money, but they decide to take it, and this is what happens, okay? Is it right? No, of course not. Sorry, what were you going to say, Rob?
I'm with you. I think despite that gambling is not legal in all the states, in some, but sports should have stayed away from it because it will ultimately wind up being an issue. It
Not
just
only
will.
did they not they jumped in. Like
Right.
they're full
All the
steam
way in.
ahead.
Exactly.
All the way. I mean, you can't watch it without a commercial, without
Everything.
the networks.
Everything.
You got a FanDuel network. You got it's everywhere. It's so pervasive. So yeah, they didn't just like, all right, we'll let some things slide. They just went full head.
Right,
steam
Orlando?
ahead.
They embraced it, and this is what they're getting a result, and this is exactly what they deserve. They deserve all the smoke that comes with it because they're just too greedy on my part.
And here's the
last
scary.
call,
Go
Rob,
ahead.
Yes.
And then the last part is, again, this is not the last time we will hear about this.
No, I'm with
again.
you. No doubt. Thanks, Orlando.
Well, thank you,
Appreciate
Orlando.
it.
I think the biggest part and the person who's going to get the brunt of this, the people the most, are young people, because the ease at which you can gamble
They've
now,
already.
like, it's
I hear all
and
over
it's so fun. It's like it's
college
nothing.
kids you
Yeah,
teaching
nothing.
at
Just,
USC?
it's just yo, what you think Luke is doing tonight? 8-3, and it's just so simple. And to your point, kids have been gambling for decades and centuries. But it wasn't so like loud, like normal, like in an elevator.
Right.
Like, yo, who you got on the over under?
It's normalized now.
Because it
Right.
feels like any other app. Like I'm just putting $8, $10, $12,
Yep.
$15. My parlay, dude. I ain't never heard the word parlay as much in the last 2-3 years of my life. You can't even talk to some of your friends anymore. They're like, oh, my parlay. You watching the game? Oh, you see this game? No, my parlay. I'm like, my gosh.
But I do want to say
we got
this.
some sad news.
No, but for all the people who have always been indifferent about Spirit Airlines, I was a
You weren't?
loyal. I was
I'll
a
give you
gold
that.
member. I was proud of it. I told you when I got my flights.
I did pull out.
I was partly closeted. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Like I was all in the younger days.
Hey, yo!
I'm just listening, Alex.
Partially closeted.
Yeah, I didn't fully come out. I would be like,
I was like,
I took some Spirit.
everybody knew I was a Spirit guy.
You were out.
I was
Jen
there.
Pimple.
Everything. They were great to me, Spirit. As a gold member. I flew
What-
once.
how did you
I
get
once
that invitation to the gold membership?
I once flew from here to Newark Airport. That's cross country, right? My ticket was $38.
That's
I'm not
insane.
kidding you. To fly from here 6 hours away, $38 on Spirit. Maybe that's why they're going out of
That's why they're
business.
closed.
That's why they going out of business. No, but I was down with Spirit until they went crazy and started charging me per air, per in time, per breath. They weren't giving you no food, no beverage.
Toilet paper.
They shrunk no toilet paper. The tray was the size of your cell phone. Am I lying? They shrunk the tray. It got ridiculous at a certain point. Like, come on, Spirit. I don't feel the Spirit
Rest
on this
in
flight.
peace, Spirit. If
R.I.P.
it does
Spirit.
happen. The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?